Yo, what is up, YouTube? What is poppin'? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. And as you can see, it is me, and I am here alone right now at the moment. Um, I've been on YouTube for like 2 years, and a lot of shit has popped off. Made friends, lost friends, and well, Roberto decided to say that he was done with YouTube and the O.O.C. for whatever reason. So I'm just coming on here to let people know that, Roberto will no longer be on the show, but we will actually have a new member to the crew. I hope you guys like him, and we'll do what we do. We always bring in the same old people and everything. And let me bring in my guest right now. What up,
This guy.
Roberto?
What? I was waiting to see like a whole bunch of what?
you
What's up,
know?
Mice Only? I only get love from Mice Only, but that's good. Don't worry, he's just pulling a stunt, ain't April.
Yeah, just messing with y'all beginning of the show. That's all. That's all it is. See,
I
Roberto was
disappeared for a minute.
probably bunning, so I said, all right, you know what? Let me just start it up. And while it was intros playing, I said, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with the people a little bit, you know.
I didn't even get a chance to bun. I would keep like my daughter just asked me to pick her up last minute. We're starting the show an hour early, so I felt like I was out of whack. And
Oh,
I just finished eating. I didn't even get a chance to bun. So, I'm gonna disappear for 5 minutes but I'm here from the start. Gotta be there in the start.
absolutely, no worries, man. You can go and do your thing, and I'll hold down the fort.
Okay.
Enjoy that
Soon
spliff.
reach. Soon
Yes,
reach.
sir. So Roberto will be back, and since it's just me, we're gonna chat a little bit, talk about a few things. What's up, Basel? Thank you for coming. He said he was gonna go watch the hockey game, and I'm like, this motherfucker, hockey game is more important than sitting and chilling and watching the O.O.C. Right? I get it. It's okay. It's cool, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you could check the highlights later on after the show or something like that, but it's all good. No, I'm just messing with you. What up, Freddie the Platypus? They started 2 hours early. No, actually 1 hour earlier. Um, yeah, man, it's just me. If you seen the beginning of the show, Roberto said he's no longer going to be a part of the O.O.C. anymore. So I'm just coming on here for a few to talk to the people them, and then call it a night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Roberto had to go and get high as a kite. You know what I mean? He had to smoke some ism before he came on the show. No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. Don't worry. But yeah. So I figured I'd just entertain you guys while Roberto is gone. We got a couple of good topics, as you can see. There's a racist YouTuber that got his ass handed to him, so I think that should be an interesting topic. And also, there was another topic that I had. There goes the cat. I got another topic that I had, which we were on Twitter talking about, and it was basically we've talked about it before, right? But basically, it's about giving your friends who are not black the N word pass. So it's going to be interesting to talk about on that. I want to hear Roberto's perspective. You guys will hear mine. I could tell you now, but I'll wait till the topic comes up because, anyways. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Other than that, I just finished watching that next episode of Andor, and I just it gets like right close to the end, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I don't like it. It's boring. I'm not interested in it. So yeah, it is a relief. I know. Can't deprive you of that eye candy, eh, Mads? Yeah, I can't deprive you of that. But it's not just here. Square One. He's on Square One on Saturdays. Whenever we get a chance to get back to that, we'll be doing some of that too as well. So it is what it is. Um, Not just the Andor that I watches. I was also watching Dahmer on Netflix. Boy, that dude from X-Men that playing Jeffrey Dahmer. Ooh, it's kind of he's doing a good job because he's kind of creepy and shit in the show. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Andor is boring. I haven't seen it. I don't know, man. I'm not. Well, to me, it's boring. I don't find it interesting or entertaining at all. It's just like mad to me. But a lot of people are praising it, so maybe you might like it as well. But for me personally, not a fan. Not a fan. I'd rather watch She-Hulk, and we already know how I feel about that, right? So you two play off each other well, and this would miss something without the back and forth. Um, yeah, when we're not arguing with each other, when we're not arguing with each other, we got a good back and forth. I think me and Roberto have a pretty good chemistry. Um, so we'll see where it goes. I'm watching a few videos on YouTube, and I'm like, we kind of trying to get that, Abba and Preach audience. There's a lot of audiences for Manosphere and all that kind of stuff, but I think Abba and Preach has a more variety of people that watch them. That's why they have over 1 million subs. But that's the type of audience that, I want to come and check out the show, stuff like that. So it is what it is. We doing our thing, we building, we trying. LOL, oh, LOL, She-Hulk. Yeah, yes. I don't know if you've been watching She-Hulk, but I think it's absolute caca. Like I'm not a fan of it at all, you know. But yeah. So right now I'm just trying to stall for time, till Roberto comes back. We did it an hour early because we didn't have the chaos shows. So I figure if we don't have the chaos shows, then maybe we could come on earlier and then, we can finish at 11. Roberto still has enough time to get some sleep and go to bed and stuff like that. So I mean, I'll probably end up fucking passing out myself as well, um, when the show is done too. But I figure why not go an hour early? So Eyes only said after the first episode of She-Hulk, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I actually don't blame you. To be honest with you, I still stuck to it. Like I'm still caught up, and the reason why is because we do the round table. There's the Andor round table too that Chris is doing. I said I wasn't going to be a part of that. Probably still not because I just don't pay enough attention to Andor to even care. Like I'll watch it, I'll put it on, but I'll be doing other stuff while I'm watching it, and I just find I could do better things in my time than to be talking about that show. So I'm already talking about one show I don't like. I don't need to do two. You know what I mean? I don't need to talk about two. Like to me, I don't care what anybody says. Andor is not Star Wars. When you say bastard in Star Wars, it just doesn't work for me. It does not fit. When I heard the woman say, "Oh, the bastards," I was like, "What? The bastards? That's not Star Wars. Like they don't say that shit in Star Wars." I mean, they called him a nerf herder or some bullshit. I would have been like, "Okay, I get it," but bastards? I'm talking about, oh, the writing is so good. It's great writing. I'm like, nah, it's not really that great. Walmart shooting. When did this happen? Um, Not exactly sure. I found it on the internet the other day, on YouTube the other day, and I said, oh, this would be interesting to talk about. You know how we do. We always bashing the cops up in here, and probably at the end we'll have a little segment and teach people how to do it. We call it Bashing Pigs 101. Popo, pigs, popo. And basically, we'll just sit there and discuss what you do to trash the police. It's easy to do, right? You can find videos of them all the time, and just pull them up and just go to town on it. So we're going to be doing something like that. Little funny topic at the end. We'll see if we have time. But I think the racist YouTuber one's going to be pretty good. And I think also when we start talking about, you know, giving people the N word pass, because I don't I don't really agree with that. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I don't I don't, you don't get a pass from me. So, but we'll get into all of that when the show starts up. Daniel, hot topic. Thanks for popping in. I haven't seen you in there. Anyways, Bigger, did you hear the big news? Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Yeah, I heard that. And I don't really care about Deadpool, so I don't care. Like I even heard where this said he's supposed to be wearing the yellow uniform, the yellow tights and everything. And I'm just like, okay, well, I wasn't a fan of Deadpool 1. I thought Deadpool 2 was a little bit better, but I still wasn't a huge fan of it. and I'm just not looking forward to Deadpool 3. What does interest me though is that um Blade lost its director, right? So the director of Blade ended up leaving, stepping down, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe a mutual thing. Maybe Marvel didn't like the direction they were going, because usually Marvel, if they get rid of a director, it's because they don't really like the direction that it's going in and they want to go in a different direction. So that could be the reason. I don't know if the movie's going to get postponed because of that, because they said I think they were supposed to start shooting in November. So we'll see. Mara, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. What did I miss? Nothing really. Nothing. Just stalling for time until Roberto comes back from bunning. So I'm just talking about other stuff. Oh, and Roberto is back in the house. What's up?
What's good,
What,
people?
Blade lost the director? Yeah, Blade lost the director. You can find it on Twitter or one of those major things if you want. What's up, Roberto? How you doing, man? Glad you could pop in. Thank you for coming.
Better, better.
Kept me tried to keep the chat occupied while you were gone, so it's good to
What I
have you
miss?
back in here. Myra just said the same thing. Absolutely nothing. I was just talking crap. Talking crap, talking about the topics, talking about shows I've been watching. Other than that, But
Mhm.
hugs to Big Force guy. Yeah, you see her there? Yeah, she's sitting right there. Unfortunately,
So what's our topic tonight? Because I know I sent you enough stuff.
you did, but all the things were gone. Like it says unavailable, attachments unavailable.
What
So I'm
the?
like, okay,
That's
yeah, check
fucked
it
up.
out. Yeah. So I said, all right, we got a few other topics I had, but if you can find it, we can definitely discuss those ones as well. I completely forgot what they were, to be honest with you.
It'll come to me right now. I'm just in a good place, you know. It'll come to me.
Oh no, Roberto was in the back when I said that. He heard me. That's why he was laughing. I love cats. Yeah, she's adorable. I like her too. I love her too. But she must see something over here. That's why she hasn't moved from it. But anyways, so as I was saying, yeah, we got a few topics. Do you remember what the ones you had were?
Not just yet, but while we're running, I'm sure it'll come to me.
I give Anzo the what's up, Sagi? What's going on? You could definitely come in for that topic if you want to a little bit later on, because there was something that you were talking about on Twitter, and I figured it'd be a good cut. You can say the N word, Anzo. I bless you with that word. Um, I can. I can say it. You damn right I can say it. I, I was like, I was
I
gonna
don't
say it,
feel
then I
right
said I
saying it.
won't say it. I don't know. Like, should I say it? You know what I mean? No, no, just kidding. But we personally have that topic coming up, Roberta, where you give the N word pass to someone who's not, white because he's your friend or something like that. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
So
because I'll have some ad lib to that.
Sagi said, Roberto. Hey, Roberto. No desire to get that pass. I feel you. Notice me, senpai. Hello, Idol. He knows you. He sees it. just, just to
How
let
you
you know,
doing,
Shaggy
Saggy?
is a little bit behind because he had to take a 5 minute hiatus from the show so that he could go get lit. You know what I
You
mean?
know,
So it takes
you
a
know,
minute to kick in. Takes a minute to kick in.
slow motion because it's a combination of many blends, so it's all like, you know.
hmm Said I even listened to the radio edits of the song. Yeah, because you won't get those words in it and there. And we'll get to that topic. We'll get to that. Um, First
Hmm.
thing I had though is, as you see, it's a racist YouTuber, right? So I had to go and clip this video, and I'm gonna pop it up and show it. This was this was messed up, man. Hold on, where the hell's the video? Okay, I know what I gotta do. My bad. I feel like a rookie today. I feel like a rookie. Okay. Mhm. Shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, here we go. So check this video out. Tell me what you guys think. Where are the excuse me now? Do you know where the So, if you don't know what he's doing, he walked up to this woman and he said, "Where are the ends at?" And then said, asked her, "Do you know where the ends are at?" What? Do you know where people park at around here?
Like people park, is it down here? Like people on the
What the you just said the first time?
park. You know where people park at.
Oh, they park on
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, shit.
So she said, "What did you say?" He ended up saying, "Oh, where the people park at." That's New Orleans. Is it New Orleans?
She heard me the first
Interesting.
time. Alright, but let's go. She heard me when I said, I just need to know where the people park at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So as you see the blocked here that's blurry, it's because he's live streaming, right? So these are people chatting. So he's doing this while he's actually live streaming.
We said people. We said people. This way. She's gonna hit me, dog. We gotta go. I don't know what he's talking about. Dude, you got me pressed. Ow! What the?
So here's another angle. I don't know what she hit him with, but she cracked his head with something. Watch.
Got something in her left hand, put it in her right hand. See that?
Yeah, yeah.
She hit me in the head. She hit me in the head, bro. I'm calling the police. That's up. Literally, my head's bleeding. What happened? The lady over there, I don't know.
You know what you did.
Dude, she's coming over here. Getting out of here.
You see,
I'm getting
now
out
he
of
want to
here. I
act
don't know
all
what you want.
innocent.
I don't know what happened. Leave me alone. I don't know what happened. Leave me alone. I don't know what happened. Why am I bleeding from my head? I don't know what happened, dude. I do not know what happened. She hit me in the head. What did I do?
You said you asked her what a off it is.
I never know. I did not do that. It doesn't matter. That doesn't give her the right to physically assault.
So this is what I'm saying. And Sagi says it there. He's trying to be edgy and funny and think it's funny. I agree with you. That's bullshit. That's not funny, right? And I remember at one time I was watching like a lot of YouTube. There was dudes doing these type of pranks all the time.
Yeah,
bro.
you never see that guy in the hood. He goes up and he sizes up brothers, and every time he sizes them up, they chase him down.
Mm-hmm.
One even jacked him up with a dog, and he's like, "No, no, no! There's a video." He said, "I don't give a fuck. There's a video."
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
you
There
want
was
to
a
play that game? You're playing roulette. That's all I'm
facts.
telling you. Roulette.
Facts, 100%. Dude, there was a dude who was on the beach, right? And he had this like little makeshift boat or whatever, and was talking about, oh, hey guys, come, let me give you a free trip back to Africa to black people. Like, it's ridiculous. This is the bullshit. You know what I mean? And he got clapped in his head, started bleeding. And I was like, yeah, no problem, Sagi. And I'll send you the link for the chat when we have the panel, the N-word pass one. I'll send you that one in, right? But I am now. I can see Sagi's channel, but not our game channel. Okay, cool. But that's what I'm saying. So they try to be funny with these things, right? Because it's all about the likes and the views, and then you get clapped up, and then he want to act like, oh, what did I do? Like, what the fuck you think you did, bro? Like, you know what I mean? You literally walked up to a black person and said, where do the N-words park? You're lucky it was a
Live
black
stream.
woman.
Live
Yeah.
stream, and then you
Mhm.
want to try and play innocent.
Mhm.
Like, and you know what? There's going to be some people that are actually going to say, you know what? She was wrong for hitting him. She was wrong. He came back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you know, just play. You played the dice. You won. Keep walking. No, you want to roll the dice again and then wonder why you lost.
Facts. Facts. You know what I mean?
But again,
And
you know, Anzo, there's people out there that are gonna say, you know what, that guy should go to the police. That guy should sue. That guy has the right.
he
You
was
know, he's
assaulted.
innocent. He didn't do
Mhm.
anything physically against her.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Exactly. And that's why I say, like, that when we get to talk about giving the N-word pass, this is shit that happens when people think that it's okay to do this, right? I don't care if you want to do it for being edgy and making internet YouTube money or whatever the fuck you're trying to do it for, but if you get clapped up, then you deserve to get clapped the fuck up. Plain and simple. If you th brave enough to walk up to some black person and say the N word like that, then you gotta expect the consequences, man. You know what I mean? You gotta accept the consequences. And I feel no way about it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that, like watching this one I think it's Destiny or whatever, this white dude, right? But he has this guy on the show, had him on a couple times, and the dude is a flat out racist, bro. Like absolutely racist to the core. You know what I mean? He says that he tries to say it all in a certain way, you know what I mean, to where it's not like offensive, but the things he says, black people's IQ are like the lowest out of all races. He says shit like that.
Oh, I
He said,
sent you. Thank you. You see, you spoke something, and boom, just got a
"What up, perp?"
flashback of what I sent you. What's up, perp? I sent you a little link that three young African American kids, I don't know if they're necessarily American, three black kids have the highest IQs in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not Asian, not Indian, black.
Mm-hmm.
That kills that whole fucking stigma about we are all less up there and gifted in other places and other things, sports oriented, sex
Oh wait,
oriented. What?
Coolio died.
Oh
Rest in
yeah.
peace, Coolio, and salute Robert. Oh, Coolio died. Oh shit, that's messed up. Rest in peace, Coolio. But yeah, go ahead, Roberto.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Black Americans, not African Americans. Yep, and you know, oh, Black Americans and not African Americans. And she said TMZ just wrote broke it. Okay. Wow. It's fucked up. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we had those videos, right? I think I showed it the other time where dude was saying that, black people have the oh no, I didn't remember, I didn't show it, I was watching it, where he said black people have the lowest IQ out of all nations. And look, Roberto saying the highest IQ is three black people. You know what I mean? But yet there's this
On
narrative
record,
that
they have the highest IQ on record.
and there's this narrative that we ain't smart like that, right? If you go look at history, I think the first person that did a open heart surgery was a black man. You know what I mean? It was a black doctor. So
Talking about we can't swim.
well, hey man, I know a few black people that can't swim, Roberto. That's not us. I think for
And I
some
know a few
reason.
white people who can't swim.
Oh yeah,
I'm
for
sure
sure,
there's a
for
few
sure.
Asian people who can't
Yeah,
swim.
yeah, yeah,
Fucking
for
goes
sure.
around the table. But the
Yeah,
stigma is, you know what? He's not swimming because he can't swim. No, I'm not swimming because I don't fucking feel like swimming.
hmm
I gotta
hmm
justify that shit too. You don't even want to leave your house. You gotta justify fucking everything.
Bro, we used to go swimming every day, so they don't
Yeah.
even know that. You know what I mean?
Anything
Like,
I abused when I was young, I'm tired of when I'm older.
absolutely.
Some guy told
Black
me
Amer-
that way back in the day, Anzo, when I was fucking
Black
going to the clubs 15 years old and shit.
Elite Black Media said Black American woman created 3D technology. See, I didn't even know that.
There's all
But
kinds. There's
yeah,
all kinds
absolutely.
that I
The
could post, but we're
the
just trying to
stoplights,
kill a stigma.
the stoplights, black person created that. Red, yellow, green, created by a black person. What up, Jason Lee? How you doing, man? Thank you for popping. No
Mr.
power,
Tucker,
70 plus winds now. Ooh, yeah. Are you in the eye of the storm? Are you where the storm's at, man? Because if it is, take care of yourself, bro.
who's that?
Jason, Jason Lee.
Oh yeah,
Hurricane, yeah, hurricane, whatever the hell the name of that hurricane is.
Ian. I think it's Ian
Yeah,
hitting them
Hurricane
guys
Ian,
now.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So if you're close to it, man, be safe.
Did you see what it
Absolutely,
did to your
100%.
people?
From Scotia, yeah, I heard about it. I didn't see, but I heard.
I
I
think
heard.
all of Halifax, all of Nova Scotia was basically out of power at one point.
What up, Tony? He said
Mr.
he's in the
Robinson.
eye. Ooh, okay, yeah,
Oh
man.
fuck.
Keep yourself safe, Jason. You know what I mean? For sure. Prayers go
Say
out
a
to you and your
prayer for
family,
you,
bro.
yo.
Facts, 100%. Can Melon see me yet? If not, see if I'm blocked somehow. I know you ain't blocked on my channel. I don't know. Can she see you? She can't see you? I don't know. I'll check though. I'll make sure that you're not, because I know you ain't. I wouldn't block you. So, and I'll make sure. I know someone blocked Nerdman from my channel for some reason, and then I was on a stream and someone's like, "Oh, Anzo, unblock me from your channel." I was like, "Yeah, no problem," but I never blocked you. So I don't know who it is blocking the people then, but unless I tell you to, don't block nobody, guys. Saggy isn't in the chat at the moment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she did say she would be right back. But yeah, man. So there's a stigma that we talk about that, we ain't bright or we can't do this and we can't do that. I remember for the longest time, they used to say that no black man could be a quarterback of an NFL team. You remember that, Roberto? You know what I mean? Like,
Convert them into receivers and defensive backs, and
mm-hmm,
just wouldn't let it happen.
mm-hmm. So
Then came
it all
Warren
comes
Moon.
facts. And it all comes down to, like I said, these type of YouTubers that think they can get away with it. Then you have the ones who I wouldn't say are racist, but they have the racist narratives. You know what I mean? Every racist narrative that's out there is they following it. You know what I mean? They'll sit there and say, well, oh, Moses Ingram got racist tweets, but I get a lot worse. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Are you downplaying the fact that this woman was getting racist tweets for playing in Star Wars, but you're sitting there talking about you've gotten worse? You see, and that's why I always say, me and Roberto, we have different issues. We have different life problems. I may have went through some things that Roberto went through, never went through. Or Roberto may have went through some things that I've never went through. But just because our things are different, mine don't make them any worse than what Roberto's are going through or what
We're better,
and or we're exactly the opposite way. So to sit there and fucking say that, oh, well, because I've received worse things said about me, that it's okay for other people to say it, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? It's absolutely 100% bullshit. And what they're doing is they're taking away from this shit. And then you get these fucking YouTube channels like this one thinking it's okay to run around and say the N word and calling people the N word and all this bullshit. It's fucking annoying. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. And that's why I say, like, all these times, like, these things, we gotta fight them. Because if we don't, then people are gonna think that it's okay to do this type of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's not okay to do this shit. You know. And I was gonna bring it up when we do the thing because there was a question in the tweet that was asked. Someone asked, why do they want to say it, right? Why do white people want to say it? And then Saigi was like, because they can't, right? But my question is, okay, so we know there's derogatory words for white people. There's derogatory words for Asian people. There's derogatory words for homosexuals, right? And the homosexuals will run around and call themselves the F word, right? You never hear us saying, how come we can't say those words? Right? Why is it only the N
Got a
word
point.
that people run around saying, oh, well, how come I can't say it, but they can? We don't say that about any other derogatory words, right? Even when they use them on themselves, you will hear, homosexuals running around and call each other the F word. Hey, this, hey, that. I'm not going to say it because, it's YouTube will get fucking strike, all kinds of bullshit, right? So I won't say the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Right?
Crazy.
But you never hear anybody saying, hey, if they can say it, how come I can't say the word? But when it comes to the N word, it's like, oh, well, if they can do it, how come I can't? Why is that? What up, Geshka? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? Glad you could pop in. Much appreciated. But why is that?
What up, G?
Hey, Roberto, why is that? They all want to say the N word, but no one asked to say the F word. No one asked to say, the derogatory word for Asians or anything like that. It's just the N word.
We had this show a while back. Remember, you even put it out there. You put it to the test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went on Facebook. Yeah, went on Facebook. Typed the F word. Got banned right away. But I could type the N word all up and down Facebook with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, we proved that theory. You know,
Why is that?
we had to do it. Is it truth or fiction? There was a lot of truth to that shit.
The only way to find out is to prove it. You know what I mean? To do it. And I did it. And it's like, it's a double standard. That's the problem. You know what I mean? It's like, it's okay for that word, but any other word, any other derogatory word you say on there, and you're getting banned for a week, 24 hours, 48 hours,
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
what?
is.
This is how I see it, Anzo. Either they're gonna stop saying it, or we're gonna stop giving it power. I don't
Mhm.
see either of those things happening.
I see the more I see the stop giving power because I think the younger generation, it doesn't affect them like it does to us, right? And again, when we get into the past, that's another thing. Because my son lets his white friends say it. I'm like, you let
But you
your
know
white friends
why?
say that?
You know why I think that is though?
Hmm.
Because they don't really care about history.
Yeah, it's a generational thing. I've said that. It's a
If you don't care
generational
about
thing.
history, how could you have respect for something you don't care about? You don't care to
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely. Onto black people have swag and they think everything we do is cool. 100%. And I was going to get into that too. Don't worry. People act like they want to say it because it's edgy or taboo, or they just want to be inappropriate without consequences. 100%. Onzo, I got banned from X by law for 1 week for saying the F word. Yeah, I know. I know. 100%. But I bet you if you were on Xbox Live and you said the N word, you wouldn't get banned though. You wouldn't get banned, bro. Telling you. I'm telling you. And that's the problem. Like,
You know,
but
it's
I
so
agree with.
funny. I can say it to you. Nobody's offended between me and you, but the people listening are.
Mhm.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Why are
Mhm.
you listening then? If it
Mhm.
offends you and bothers you, I'm not there to ruin your day. This is not personal. But at the same time, get the fuck out of my business, bitch. Or bitches. Get out of my business. I'm saying it to my boy. I know he ain't a fag. He has a wife and 2 kids.
Mhm.
It's just thrown out there like, a blank. It does
Yeah.
nothing. It's supposed to like get your friend like with a twisted face, huh? Did he just call me that? You know?
Mhm.
That's all it
Mhm.
does. But again, I
Mhm.
respect the times we're in.
Mhm.
We don't think like that no more because we were so savage back then, we just
Mhm.
said anything to anybody and we just took
Mhm.
it. But
Mhm.
yeah, this is the world we live in. Fucked
Go
up
back
as it
and
may.
watch. Go back and watch some old comedy specials and see how much they use those words, bro. You
Just
know
go
what I mean?
watch Andrew Dice Clay.
Or
Just go
even
watch him.
delirious, raw, pull over. He
Yeah,
says, and
yeah.
there's a real live on the roof. You know what I mean? Of the car, right? So it is a generational thing, right? We have learned that. Okay, so they used to say it all the time back in the day. We learned that it's not appropriate to say it, so we don't say it, right? But you never hear us asking to say it, right? But you always hear people saying, "Why can't I say the N word?" You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like we know, we understand. Okay, they don't like to be called that word, especially from a straight person. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
what up,
Because
D?
it's yeah. What up, D?
I didn't know
What's
he
going
snuck in
on?
the house.
Don't worry, Danny. We got a topic for you at the end, and me and Roberto's gonna have a little. We got a little segment called "Bashing Popo 101." It's a course we're offering. It's 10.99 a month, where we actually teach you how to bash the popo. So I think it'll be very interesting for all of you out there who feel like you've been mistreated or mishandled, or you think that the cops are just bunch of poom pooms. Then join our club, Bashing Popo 101.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, and we've said it many times as well, right? That we have to stop saying it as well. I 100% agree with that, right? I believe we have to stop saying it to ourselves. But again, then I sit there and I think, okay, so we got to stop saying it for other people to stop saying it. But again, the F word, right? We stop saying it, but they still say it. They still call each other the F word. They still call each other those, they say queer, F word. I'm not gonna say it but they say it to themselves. So why is it okay for that? But when it comes to us, it's you know what I mean?
These are
It's just
questions that I feel will never be answered because I don't even know who these fucking people are that are doing it. We just make reference to them as they, but who the fuck are they? Why do they keep getting elected if they are a power or someone we're putting in power? Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Why are we doing
Mhm.
this to ourselves? Because I'm actually gonna fucking vote, Anzo. I'm gonna vote
Oh
because you
yeah.
know why? You know why? I'm hoping more people like me are fed up of this cack sucker, because that's what I call him now. Because this party's called the cack, so
Hmm.
I call them cack suckers. Sounds nice, right? So these cack suckers are gonna win if people like us, or they're gonna be a majority. So if we can fucking just pick one party and vote for them and have it split, where they can't just make random decisions like they're doing, or
Hmm.
even have them fucking beat the cacksuckers, we can
Man,
live in harmony here. Because I'm really
someone
feeling
was
like we're slipping, man.
someone was telling me today that Legault was gonna do something, and I said, "Well, shit. If he does that, he could get my vote if I voted." It's slipping my mind what it
No,
was.
you don't want this guy in power, Anzo, because they say all these
Oh,
things to fucking get elected.
yeah, yeah,
You don't see what this
I
guy's
know. It's
doing.
bullshit. Yeah, I
I'm
know it's
looking
bullshit.
around me and I'm seeing all these guys telling me, "Yo, I just got COVID. My aunt just got COVID. My sister got COVID." Everybody's catching fucking COVID in this city. You don't see it on
Hmm.
the news once. So they're saying this guy, because he mishandled it last time with putting us all in lockdown, curfew, and shit, he doesn't want to fucking fuck up again so he doesn't get non-reelected, right?
Hmm.
So he's not even mentioning it, and he's not even allowing them to mention it. But I was
Yeah.
at the hospital today, Anzo, and if I tell you, I felt like I was in fucking. I haven't been in Vietnam, but if I was in Vietnam, I would imagine it looks something like what I saw today at the hospital. People are lying in hallways, in the walkways of the fucking emergency. There's people everywhere in Gurneys, man. Everywhere. Anzo, I was tripping, tripping. I don't know if it's just this hospital,
But
but
was it
it's
because of
St. Mary's.
COVID? Because
I
I
don't
heard
even know what it was. I don't know what it was. I
that's what I'm
can't
saying.
say
Because
it's COVID related. It's just scary what I saw
okay,
today.
because I heard that like we're having like the lowest numbers since 2000 since it started. Now
Okay.
lowest numbers of infected, lowest numbers of death. But again, like
I
I've
don't know
said
what
many
it
times,
is.
when it comes to the media, bro, I don't believe a fucking thing they say. I don't believe one fucking thing that they say. I am sorry. Whether it's something that I could agree with or like, oh yeah, that sounds right, or whether some just far out there, I just can't do it
The
anymore,
weed, we
bro.
just had to. We just had to have faith in him legalizing weed. And he did it. We voted for that cocksucker then.
Mhm,
Oh, did I say
mhm.
cocksucker? Sorry.
That's fine.
Getting a
If
little
I could,
comfortable.
if I could remember what the other thing was, man, it slipped my mind. And she was like, "Oh yeah," and he said he's gonna do so and so if he gets elected. There was the $500 thing, like if he gets elected, he gets $500. I'm like, yeah, who cares? But then she told me something else, and I was like, oh, hmm, that sounds pretty interesting. Oh, it was raising minimum wage to $18. That was it.
Yeah, right. He ain't doing that shit. You know
Raising
what,
minimum wage to
Lonzo?
$18.
There's every year there's a party
Yeah,
that
lack
comes
of
in
stuff.
and says they're gonna build metro going deeper into East End or even
Yeah, they're doing it.
the West End. No, but they're saying about this pink line
Mhm.
and this
Yeah,
other.
they're doing it.
No, but you know how long they've been talking about
Yeah,
this?
yeah, 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 yeah.
They
This
keep
this this
saying
line,
it to get
yeah, yeah,
fucking elected.
yeah. This line has been is I think the when I read about it a couple years ago, they said it was going to take like 5 to 7 years.
But
Five to
every
seven
year they
years.
keep talking about they're gonna build it. This party's gonna really get it done. I'm saying, yo, you guys been saying this shit forever.
Danny said, "You
Who's gonna do
lying."
it?
Danny said, "You lying. You believe everything the media says about corrupt cops. No, not everything they say, but I believe what I see. That's the difference. I see it. You know what I mean? We get video evidence of it. Like someone could just write an article and say this and that, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever. But if I can see it, you know what I mean? If I can see it, I sent you plenty of good cops things. Good things.
Here we come,
buddy.
Oh,
Well, you know, drama sells, Danny. Ain't nobody want to see cops being good. We don't want to see that. We
I
want to
put
see
that cop playing basketball with the kids. They got 2 hits, man.
You know what I mean?
No one believes that shit. It was all staged.
For publicity, because this will happen that the cameras were there and everybody caught it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey,
It was a commercial for Vermont and shit, you know? They just played it all across the U.S. You know?
Facts, 100%.
I didn't believe that shit. Maybe Shaq coming down and playing with them kids. But after that TV was gone, he said, kids get lost. He was gone.
100%. So that's why I use the N-word. I'm calling you to that right now. You see, that's okay, Danny. That's okay. Because
we're
you got
Canadian. We're not offended. We might even say thank you.
You got the same skin color as us. So you can say it to me. I can say it back to you. We cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But now, you know, if your pigmentation or your melanin wasn't as dark, then we'd probably have an issue there. You know, but since you good, it's okay.
I know we're homies. You don't have to keep saying it. I know we're homies, but you keep emphasizing that we're homies. Thank you.
And to be honest, I mean, if bashing the police gets me called the N-word, then you can call me the N-word all day, every day, brother. That's all I'm saying.
We'll throw in a Dr. Dre backbeat, and
you know what I mean.
We'll get it back. You know
what I mean. I'll be singing the biggest song. You know, niggas get mad. I get more butts than ashtrays. It's all good, brother. Oh shit, that's hilarious.
So we had a little last segment. I don't even know what our storyline is tonight, but the moods that we're in, I'm feeling that it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good show. And we do have a cop shooting at Walmart. We do have one, but it's not really bashing the cops. So, Danny, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that. But if you're free, Danny, I would love for you to come in to get your perspective on it, because there's something I had a question about it. So let me bring up that video real quick.
Nzo, you remember there was that one video, because, you know, Danny saying,
one out of the hundreds.
That one video where we said, hey, that guy done fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
That guy 100%. Done fucked up. There's 100%. nothing on the cops on that one.
100%. And even on this one,
pure fucking stupid.
And even on this one, I'm gonna bring up. I'm like, I don't blame. But the question is, did they have to? Like, okay, they shoot him, right? But they shoot him in the head. I'm like, okay, did they have to shoot the man in
the head?
Yeah. But you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why, right? When I bring up the video, you're gonna see why.
I don't know, justify a shot in the head, but okay.
You'll see. I'm not saying it's not justified either. Now, the video that I'm bringing up, it starts when they confront the guys, right? But there's
Danny's gonna stop laughing now. Let's go.
There's a whole beginning of the video where a person from Walmart calls the police and says that they have these people in there. They're in the electronics store, and she thinks they have fake receipts, right? And with the fake receipts, I guess they're planning on running out of the store without paying, right? So the cops come in, they ask a few questions, and now where the video starts, because I just chopped it, it's pretty long. So where the video starts is when they actually meet up with the people. So I'm gonna bring it up now.
What's up, guys? What's up, man? So I don't know what's going on. I guess they are saying you guys like stolen before or whatever, but they want you at the store.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause that. Danny said to send him the link, so I'm gonna send him the link. Yeah, go ahead.
They're not black.
No, they're not. They're not black either.
I'm shocked. I was like, Nzo, what's going on here? Is this the wrong video? What the fuck?
They're not
but
black.
Like I said,
now,
regardless, white,
he is
black, Asian, brutality is brutality. Wrong
Right.
is wrong. It's not just
Right.
wrong because he's black. And
Mhm.
that's what a lot of people seem to think.
Mhm.
We're just asking for equality. We're not asking for everybody who did something racist to die. They should fucking have the same penalties if they did something racist to you and yours. That's all we're
Mhm.
asking. But
Mhm.
for whatever reason, we can't seem to get it. So we sound like we're complaining all the time. But we're at the point of
Yeah.
where we're fed up. That's why it
Mhm.
seems like it's all the time.
Mhm.
If you think about it, almost every show we talk about it, and it's
Mhm.
obviously shit we want to get off our chest. But
Absolutely.
we might seem
And
repetitive because it'll be every fucking show.
and at the right, and at the beginning of the video, they said they were like Latino or something like that, right? So, but either way, right? It's like it's not really bashing them this time because I think dude fucked up. Like you guys will see the video. I'll wait till Danny comes in here so we can play the video for the whole thing. But yeah, it kind of messes up. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him. As she said, shit happens to white people too. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Everybody put the
But you,
LOL at the end.
you know, we don't deny that. Sometimes cops are
I know
just
it
on
does. And
power
like I
trip
said,
and will
G,
go after.
wrong is
Yeah.
wrong. It don't matter. White, black, Asian, Indian,
Mm-hmm.
Australian, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong
Mm-hmm.
is wrong.
No, we show the black stuff because we are black. But just because we do that and we talk about those things that affect us does not mean that we don't ever believe that it doesn't affect other people. You know what I mean? And that's the thing where I find a lot of people try to devalue what we talk about is because they say, oh, well, you guys always talk about, what happens to black people, but it happens to white people. And yes, we know that. Like, we will never deny that. I will never sit here and deny and say that police officers aren't bad or beat up white people or kill them either. I won't say that either. It happens. 100% happens.
It's just the
We know that.
volume's more
Right.
on the black perspective than the white. That's why it seems like we talk about it more.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? But shit, if something came up where there was, we'd probably talk about it as well.
Yep.
Mr. Comic
It's
Chat is in the
fucked up.
building. What's up,
It's
brother?
fucked up.
What up? How you doing?
What up, Big D?
Doing good.
Making no fuss.
But sometimes, we call it how we see it. We don't always get the full perspective, but if we did, maybe our decision would be different if we see the whole thing. We just call it how we see it, just like everybody else.
Oh yeah, we weren't talking about you guys. I wasn't talking about you at all. I know that. You grew up with us. You grew up in the hood. You know how it is. Like I would never say that about you. So just so you know that, I'm talking about there's other groups out there that like try to downplay this shit that we go through. Now the reason why I brought you in on this, Danny, is not because I don't think the cops were wrong in this situation, but I wanted to know if there was another way that it could have been done.
All right.
That's the
What part of the
reason.
world is it?
And they don't want.
Shit, I can't remember where they said it was.
All right.
Is it in the
to
States?
sell any merchandise.
Yeah,
to
it's
you
in the
guys.
States.
And they have that right.
So start it over at the beginning.
So, guys,
So I don't know if you heard because I cut the video to where they actually have the interaction with the people. So what happened is someone that works at Walmart called the police and said that they had some suspects in there that had a shopping cart full of electronics, but they had like a fake receipt on their phone. So they figured that these guys were going to try and use the receipt and say they paid for it to walk out the store. So they called the cops, and these are the cops' first interaction with them.
what's up, man? So I don't know what's going on. I guess they are saying you guys like stolen before or whatever, but they want you at a store and they don't want to sell any merchandise to you guys, and they have that right. So that's fine. I believe you, but they're a manager and they don't want you guys in the store. They feel like you guys are about to steal. I guess you have a fake Walmart receipt on your phone. No. Okay. Well, we don't have to get into that. If you guys just want to leave peacefully, you guys want to do that? Okay. That way's closed. That exit. We'll walk you guys out this way.
You want them trespass, right? They come back. You want to do the whole thing and then trespass and they come back for the rest.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna go to our car, get your info, and then they're gonna put a trespassing thing on you guys. Okay? So we can do this civilly.
Am I the person?
What? Yeah.
Why are they trespassing?
We're gonna go. Let's do this outside by our car. No one.
Well, like I said, they had They thought they were stealing. They were going to steal.
Oh, but the cops said they're
Walmart is
trespassing.
good at doing that. If they ever caught you stealing or shoplifting, they will ban you for life
from the store. Yeah,
but they advise you're banned, right?
Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He's giving them a trespass.
So is he
notice.
banned now, or is he been banned and he's coming back?
No, he said, let's go to the car so I can give you the trespass notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. If he come back in again after they give him their notice,
then he's arrested.
Right. Said I would just leave the store too. Exactly. Right. So
not going to jail or anything. We're
unfortunately, it escalates, and you'll see
doesn't
why.
matter. We're gonna go to my car. We're not gonna do this inside this Walmart. People are trying to shop. Okay, you guys are detained right now. You're not going to jail, but if you guys want to make this a fuss, then we can do that. Let's just leave this store peacefully while people try to shop.
Or chaotically. I love that.
Let's keep walking.
I have something on my shopping cart.
Okay. Follow her out. Alright, come on. Yeah, the receipt right there. Yeah, okay, stop stealing. Let's go. I don't do this. You're like 40 years old and you're still stealing, dude. Get a job. Let's go.
He antagonizing him.
Where?
What was that, Danny?
The cops antagonizing him.
Right there, right?
Yeah, why is he saying all that? If the guy's lying, just keep it moving.
Right, and they still don't have 100% proof that he was going to steal something, right? It's just an assumption that the woman employee had.
We always taught if you shoplifting, they go out the store.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
When they still in the store, they can say, well, I was going to pay for it. When they walk out the store and they ain't got no receipt, then your ass got them.
Right. So now I understand the employee may have speculation, whatever, and have the right, I guess, to kick them out the store if that's what they want to do. I get that. And so far they are compliant. But you're right to sit there and say that, oh, why are you stealing for when like you don't even have any real proof that they were going to steal at that moment? It's kind of weird.
Don't reach for it.
So, hold on, let me bring it back. Because they find that he has a knife, right?
Yeah, the receipt right there. Yeah, okay, stop stealing. Let's go. I don't do this. You're like 40 years old and you're still stealing, dude. Get a job. Let's go. Where? Don't reach for it. Get your fucking hand off the knife.
Sorry, sir.
Get the fuck out of the store. I'm not playing around.
How stupid are you?
Hold this shit.
I'm trying to take it.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hey.
Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained.
Sorry. Hey.
Drop the phone. We're going to put you in handcuffs because I don't know if you have other weapons.
Stop.
If you fight, you're going to get on the ground.
You're going to get thrown on the ground.
I'm promising you right now, you're not going to win this fight.
Stop. I'm trying to call my wife. Stop. Can you tell them to stop? It's a mistake, dude.
We're putting you in handcuffs, dude.
Hey, excuse me.
I'm going to put you on the ground.
Can somebody help me?
Stop.
I'm not trying to do nothing, please. Man, can you tell them to talk to me?
Not yet. Not yet. Get him in cuffs.
Stop resisting my partner.
Get him in cuffs.
Don't freak out. Get him on. Help me, please. Stop. Turn around. Hey, dude. Help me. Ma'am,
They're not going to help you.
Ma'am, help me, please.
Hold it.
Okay, dude. Hey, dude, you're about to get punched, bro.
So 464, we need unit code 3. One word.
Now here.
He's got a gun! Shoot him! Shoot him! Nice.
Now that's gonna get me restricted, but it's O.O.C.
18464, shots fired, 1033.
He did in fact have a gun. I didn't see a
91.
gun.
He did have a gun.
463 shots fired.
I got it. 464. Subject's gonna have a gunshot wound to his head and 891.
See,
Where'd she go? Dude, where'd she
There's-
go?
We're good. She ran out. 464, yeah. For additional, there's gonna be a female suspect on foot. There's gonna be a blonde, white.
See, and there's also more to the video where they actually show a different angle where the cop like grabs the gun and like he sees the gun in the hand and then he says, he got a gun. So the guy was reaching for his gun, obvious. Let me see if I can find it to end there forgot to get that.
But is that common for another officer to tell another officer to shoot? I've never seen that shit before.
It's the same thing. Like if you're gonna tase, you gotta say it, taser, 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 so the officers know to break the back.
Well, that guy said, "Shoot him, shoot him."
I know. I'm saying it escalated.
Okay.
To the gun. I didn't see the gun in the man's hand, but if the man had the gun in the hand and one officer saw it, maybe the other officer didn't. Maybe he was. I think if he was to take his hands off of him, that would give the guy opportunity to maybe point the gun. But if he had the gun pressed down, then he's telling the other officer that doesn't have his hand on him, hey, shoot him. Now, whether the headshot, I don't know.
That's the one thing I really wanted to ask you. Like, was it necessary? No, he survived, eh? Just to let you guys know, he survived. He's in the hospital. Yeah, he's in the hospital. He survived. But the question that I ask is, like, did they have to shoot him in the head?
I might have shot him in the gun hand.
Right, exactly. Or like his leg or his chest, right? Or something like that.
But it's hard to when that adrenaline is pumping, Nzo, and you see that. I mean, and we're taught kill shots. We're not taught, like you see on the cowboys and westerns.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to shoot, it's center mass.
I put it up there to see if they show because this is a different angle, and there's an angle where you can actually see that there was a gun. I see his phone. I know the cop just threw it over there in the corner.
Rewind that back again?
Yeah, hold on. I think there's a different angle. Like they showed each different cop's body cam, right?
Yeah. See, they should have been them. They should have put those cuffs on them. I'd have been there, had the cuffs on them. Right now, you don't see a cuff in any of the cops' hands.
Right. It looks like they're just fighting with him for, you know what I mean?
They should have had at least one cuff on him by this time.
Mara said the cops are supposed to search the person. The cop failed to do so.
No, you're supposed to search the person once he's handcuffed. If he's fighting like that, there's no way you can search him. If he was complying, he should have told him, let me just make sure I give you a pat down. Then if he didn't comply, now they get the cuffs out now. They should have had the cuffs already on that man's hand, at least one of his wrists. They got one on there right now.
Right.
That's when he breaks loose.
He breaking loose, and then they throw him on the floor. I'm trying to find the angle where you can actually see.
It's pretty strong to fight all three.
You know what I mean, bro?
Looks like there's four of them.
I think this is, you see, he's grabbing for it there, right there. And there it is in his hand.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had it there in his hand.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
I don't know if you heard about Coolio. Yeah, we did hear Zeke Wise. We did. We said rest in peace to Coolio. Cops get to use the excuse that they panic or forgot a detail. Why can't we?
Another police.
It's like Myra would be a good addition to the show. Cop Popo Bashing 101. But you see, that's the thing. Like I personally, go ahead, Danny.
It wouldn't have forgot the detail. If the guy would have complied, he probably would not have got shot.
Right.
Probably.
Exactly.
Why did you say he wouldn't have got shot?
Yeah, he wouldn't have got shot.
Probably because there's still a good chance he'll get shot.
I'm just saying. But if you comply, most of the time, if you comply, especially, okay, you're Billy Badass, and it's one-on-one, and you the crook, and you surmise, you size up the cop, and you think you can take him. Okay, that's one scenario. But if you're Billy Badass, you got 4 or 5 cops. Your odds of surviving that detail without getting shot or seriously hurt has gone down tremendously. All he had to do was comply, and that would have never happened.
They escalated pretty fast.
They said some stuff that was, to me, I was considered inflammatory or trying to, like, you still stealing that kind of stuff. Because sometimes the guy can be maybe pondering it, but then when you say something, push that button, then he says, fuck it. Now, I wouldn't say all that stuff. Once he complying, he going out the store, I would have bought him out the store. Now, once I get to the car and stuff, I got the numbers. That's why we teach cops. Gotta know how to use his mouthpiece. But you by yourself, if that guy was by himself, he wouldn't have been talking all that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, hey,
sure,
boss
100%.
man, we use words. Boss man, boss. Hey man, I know how it is, man. Let's go out here and let's go ahead and take care of this thing, man. I have you on your way. You can be totally lying, because in the back of your mind, he's like, as soon as I get the right numbers, I'm gonna lock your ass up. I've said that many times. Why you there by yourself? And you know it might escalate something else.
It's called playing the role. You gotta
play the game.
Yeah.
So it all started because they seen he had a knife, right? Okay, they found the knife. They took
got
the
a knife, a gun,
and then they
probably had a
handcuffed him.
grenade and shit.
He also looks like he is reaching for his gun. So again, I don't think that they did anything like particularly wrong. I'm just like, did they have to shoot the man in the head? Like, is that where you have to shoot the man? Like you said, it's adrenaline. You may not really, just pull out your gun but I don't know. I kind of think maybe you should
I've
be
never been in a training exercise where it's one perp against 4 cops and he pulls out a gun. I've never been to that scenario.
So you don't know how you would react.
So you don't know how you're going to react in this scenario.
I feel you. 100%. So, and I agree with that too. I think when you're in a situation like that, especially if it's nothing you've ever experienced before, you may do something that you're not really accustomed to doing or maybe not want to do. I just don't
have like a Steven Seagal cop could have just whap whap whap. Save his life.
You talking about the Hollywood stuff?
Oh no, Steven Seagal is real, bruh. Steven Seagal is real.
They teach us pressure points and that kind of stuff, but you gotta that be kind of control. Ain't nothing you can be doing when you feel like you fight for your life. Man, trying to do those damn pressure points and holes and stuff. When you're trying to fight, you're gonna try and inflict as much damage as you can so that sucker won't kill you.
And if it's one-on-one, then I could okay, yeah, maybe you need to shoot the man in a fatal shot because if he gets his gun. But if you have 3 different cops there,
3 or 4,
you know what I mean? There might be something else you could do.
Like, what were you gonna do even if you got that gun out? Maybe shoot one?
Yeah.
You're dying.
Yeah.
So is your whole plan and that whole thing to die?
2 things I would have done differently. First of all, I wouldn't have been saying all that stuff he said to kind of piss him off. And secondly, since how big and girthy he is, it's going to be hard to do that one cuff. That's when you quickly go ahead and put the 2 cuffs together. Then that way it gives you more flexibility to do that. You can go ahead and put them on there because once you get those cuffs on, he ain't breaking that shit unless he fucking Hercules.
Right.
So I would have done that. Then I would have done and did a Terry pat.
Take that baton to his knee. Danny, old school? Whap, whap.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that? You know what I mean?
That shit used to work.
You're going back to batons now, bro.
The batons to the knee take brothers down, man.
Hold on, though. We got to call them by their appropriate name.
No, not no blackjack. No, a baton.
No. Oh, the blackjack. No. We call them the nigger beaters.
Oh God. Negative. Batons.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, you guys don't carry them anymore, or you're just coming back with them? Yeah,
we're coming back because the baton evolved into the taser, but now the taser is so expensive. Taser's like $1,000.
Worked, yo. You know when that guy swing that baton, you wanted to keep your fucking.
You hit it right there in that before they color in your thigh. It'll break you down, buddy.
And I think the cops still carry theirs, right?
I don't know. Get tased in that pepper spray.
I don't really see that shit on them. That gun is so big on their hip.
Yeah, I was going to come home from work today, and I guess something happened in the metro, man, because as soon as you got in, just people started coughing. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, man, someone got pepper sprayed out there, and it engulfs the whole station, bro.
Because of the ventilation.
I'm telling you what, we used to be at work football game. My old chief taught me this. It'd be like a big fight, people acting crazy. They're gonna do is walk around the fight and just
Oh,
10,
that's
15
over.
seconds. Just clear it out, buddy. That's it's 40. It takes 45 minutes. If you spray it properly, 45 minutes to get relief.
Yeah.
And I mean, you
And when
coughing,
that,
spitting out
yep.
stuff, your eyes burning. Only thing get it out is you gotta get like soapy water, like Dawn dish detergent, and wash all that stuff off. And then don't wipe it. You gotta like pat it, and it still burns, man. Give me the taser anytime over that pepper spray. That pepper spray ain't no joke.
Facts, 100%. Because I don't know when it was sprayed in that metro, but I know it probably was, because it would have been a lot stronger if it had just happened, right? But the fact that even just walking through, I'm walking through and I see everybody with their mask on, and I could smell it a bit, right? But it's not really bothering me. But people are coughing and people got their mask on and everything. And I was just like, man, that thing must have happened at least 10, 15 minutes ago for it to still be in
3%
there.
of the
Like,
population that don't even affect.
oh, really? Well, I know it affects me because I've been in a place that was pepper sprayed and I coughed the fuck. I start burning. You got to get out there as soon as you
Courthouse
can.
that you may notice they have foam because the foam sticks to you. It doesn't stay in aerosol form in the air. So
oh, really?
That foam, that shit, boy.
Woo. So it's a pepper spray foam?
It's a foam. Foam usually in courthouse enclosed because once it shoots out, it doesn't be in the aerosol form.
Okay.
It contaminates like the courtroom. So say for instance in the courtroom, it would just hit that one person. There's two people, but it wouldn't be all in the air like you smell it just now.
Said that pepper spray stopped Soldier Boy. Yeah, right. He said, did the female get away? I don't think so, because I think there was a cop that was following her, right, when they escorted her out.
Yeah,
but it looked like
one told him to go follow her.
Right, but it looked like he may have came back when the scuffle happened, right? So if that were the case, yeah, she probably. But that's her husband too, right? So she's not gonna bounce. Like even no matter what, she's not gonna bounce. You know. But this is a question though, Danny. Could they charge her as well now?
I don't know. If she had a weapon on her and there wasn't a crime committed. I mean, all the weapons and stuff was found on him. Unless she had a weapon, or unless they could determine whether or not they were like coming in there to steal something.
You heard the guy from
Walmart
calling her husband a thief. He was in the store with her, so she's a thief too. In their minds, they're thieving together.
Yeah. But you gotta have proof for that.
I don't know, Danny. I'm just seeing it, like it's too easy. It's too easy offendable, being the situation as it is, I'm just thinking any other scenario, both people would be getting arrested because you're both committing the crime. Even if I'm the lookout, I'm fucking getting arrested because I'm there part of the crime. I'm willingly there knowing that a crime is taking place.
I agree with you on that part. I'm saying in this scenario, they hadn't stolen anything. They were suspected. Nobody.
They're innocent until proven guilty. That's just based on the storekeeper saying that.
They should have waited till they got outside. Then they try to pull it, or they should have waited till they actually try to go up to customer service and use this allegedly fake receipt they had on the phone. They did that act. Then I agree with you. Yeah, both of them need to go.
But does
it make sense done that yet? Then
that you're gonna go commit this fraud with a knife and a gun on you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I mean, that's a hardcore gangster, if that makes sense.
I don't know how big the knife was, because in most states, it got to be a certain distance. I mean, a certain length, but I don't know whether that state can see a weapon. We don't know all that. Sometimes, like in South Carolina, if you get a concealed weapons permit, you can wear it.
It says Orange County, California.
Now they got open carry, so you can be like, damn, Matt Dillon off of Gunsmoke wearing that shit around now.
What about Cali?
Right. It said Orange County, California. So do they have an open carry gun law there? Do you know?
I have to look it up.
And Zeke the Wise asked Danny, what's more lethal, pepper spray or taser?
I think the pepper spray can get you incapacitated more. The taser is only 5 seconds, but you can't spray somebody and then tase them because that can catch them on fire. So you can't do that. So it has to be.
But I'm talking like not pepper spray in the air, pepper spray directly to your face.
If you get pepper spray directly to your face and
or a taser, which one would you take?
I'm telling you, I'm taking the taser. That's only 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes of discomfort.
5 minutes of fucking boogieing on the floor, right?
Versus 45 minutes
of burning. I hear you.
And
that's not even that's not even debatable.
Right. And we've seen videos where dudes get tased and they're like, ah, you know what I mean? And it like doesn't really affect them.
Yeah, it'll then lock you up. It'll lock you up in a minute, but hey, 5 minutes, you back to yourself. Man, that pepper spray, 45 minutes, you crying. And like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we did actually start early shifty. We started at 9 because there was no Chaos Central show. So we started at 9 today.
I just have to look on the phone like, yeah, these boys rocking and rolling.
Good old play.
You know, might as well get an early start. That way,
when how loyal our followers are, if they're checking the prequel, you know, what time these guys on tonight?
Yeah, they were there. They popped in. They're there. You know what I mean?
It's always there.
So yeah, so there you go, guys. It's Danny said he would take a taser over the pepper spray. I'd probably do that as well, man. Fuck that pepper spray shit. I don't want either of them, right? Because I don't
want either. That's a lesson of two evils, bro.
Danny said this, and he said it a couple times. He's like, he has a high tolerance to pain. I do not. I do not have a. If I burn myself, right? Let's say like I don't know, burn my finger or something, like going in the stove, you know, yo, bro, I have to sleep with my finger in a glass of cold water to stop the burning because I cannot. The worst pain for me is the burn pain. I hate it. So there are times, man, I burned my fucking finger like going in the oven or something, and I'd be sleeping with my hand like this in the cup of water, bro.
How many times you not burning your hand doing your recreational stuff? I know you not burnt your finger doing that.
Oh man, when the little hash bits drop off, oh yeah, it's happened. It's up. Here's a funny story, right? The funny story, Daddy.
Oh, God.
Me and his brother at my house were chilling. We were burning some weed with hash, right? So hash, it's like I can't explain. You know, you break it up, whatever. Anyways. But when it burns, right, sometimes little pieces fall off. So I'm sitting there, right, and my boy, he was sitting there. He had I think it was summer. He had on a tank top or whatever, right? And I saw the little piece of hash drop off the spliff and land on his chest, right? So I didn't say anything. I was just waiting. And about 2 seconds later, I was dying, bro. I was dying.
That's why I'm not a fan of hash. Hash ruins some good pants, some good
I ain't got
jackets.
no hash store, but I got a hot chicken store. I was driving one night, man. I was hungry, and I saw the light say Popeye's chicken. I said, oh yeah, Popeye. Somebody said, oh, I want a 2-piece dark biscuit, fries, whatever. So I'm getting in the car, and I can't wait till I get home. So I get in the box and grab the chicken, and it's hot. I'm trying to drive my knees. Oh my God, I almost wrecked. Oh, damn, this chicken hot.
And I know that. You know what's funny? I know Danny's the man who will be driving away from like a McDonald's or whatever and be picking in the bag while he's driving, you know.
Fries, man. You can't let the fries get cold.
I tell you this, Nzo. You say you eat Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Mm-hmm. Had some yesterday.
You taste Popeyes? You ain't never eaten Kentucky again.
I've had Popeyes. I'm not a fan of them. Yeah.
No.
I like Kentucky better.
Popeyes is sick.
I like it better. I like it better. Just like a month ago,
I
Raheem
don't
drove
like
to
the
Ottawa,
original.
grabbed some Popeyes.
I don't like the
You like the
original.
spicy one?
I don't like the original KFC. I like the extra crispy.
Oh,
It's different in the States, Danny. It's different in the States.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Oh, here we
It's
got
not the same.
original or extra crispy.
I don't even think we used to have extra crispy. I don't think we have it anymore. Though.
No.
Yeah, I don't think we have
They
it
changed the
anymore.
damn like potato wedges. I love KFC potato wedges. They changing the fries, man. I was like, oh man, y'all fucking up now.
Yeah, they even cut they even cut the chicken differently. You know what I mean? I don't like the way they cut it, but I still munch on that, you know. But yeah, like I said, man, hey man, when it comes to high tolerance for pain, I don't have it. I do not have it. I hate pain. I don't want. Hey, I used to be with this girl, right? And she was like, you know, bite me. You know what I mean? Like bite me, choke me, slap me, them
What
kind of
the
ways,
hell?
right? Yeah. So one day she bit me, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" Like hard, like almost drew blood, bro. I was like, "Yo,
You almost do a Mike
no."
Tyson reflex.
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't because I was inside the boom boom at the time when it happened. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I don't do pain. I don't do it at all. Well, so I'm with
some
you.
of these people like all that whipping and all that. No, I don't do all that shit.
Same here, brother.
Safe word is your ass is gonna die if you don't stop. That's the safe word.
I guess nobody talks about Church's chicken no more. What the hell is Church's chicken?
Church's chicken where I'm at, and it sucks.
Oh, I guess that's an American franchise.
Yeah, because I have no idea what the hell that is.
No,
we got
we don't have much choices up here.
We got Popeye, KFC, Church's, and Bojangles. Bojangles ain't bad.
Mara said, never leave a mark on a woman that could be used against you. Absolutely 100%. I don't. That's not my thing. I don't want to do that because you never know, man. You stop messing with that chick and she's like, oh, he raped me. You know what I mean? Look, I got the bite marks here and all that shit. No, sir.
Just use cardboard.
Well, that's the police method, Donnie. That's what you guys do.
Insider info. Free of charge.
That's what you do.
Cardboard right side her jaw and Mike Tyson.
Poof! You see?
What about a phone book, Danny?
Man, you put your phone book, you're a fucking Jedi. You have some contact with them knuckles.
My neighbor had a 5 chicken joints. Hey, I don't know, man. I just know Donnie giving us some information, so you know what his interrogation rooms be like. Hey,
I don't
Bob,
do none
Billy
of that
Bob,
stuff, bro.
Billy Bob, get the cardboard. This guy ain't talking. Turn out the cameras. Get the cardboard.
Hey, you ever watch them police shows and the guy be like in the office, like giving the orders and don't do nothing, but like giving the orders?
Mm-hmm.
That is me. I don't do all the other stuff. I don't go out there. Hey, young buck, you do that shit. I'm up here in the Ivory Castle chilling.
So if there's an interrogation, like the room, you guys have the little glass window where you can see and they can't see you. You ever go and like supervise them? Yeah.
Something interesting. Also, it's like I've been doing this thing for 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
When I come home, my wife and daughter, they be watching them shows about who did it and I want to kill you. I'm like, why y'all want to watch that? I don't live that shit. I don't. When I come home, I want to decompress, watch like Andy Griffith, some kind of crazy, the Jeffersons. That's kind of shit I be want to watch. I don't want to think about that.
Why are women so fascinated with these murder shows?
I don't know, man, but my wife and daughter, they will watch them. Like, what's the thing?
Some of them watch it like
somebody,
one after the other, like, wow.
My daughter used to love that show on MTV, like Intervention and stuff.
Oh yeah, Intervention. Yeah.
That's that drug shit, no?
Yeah. That's the drug one. Yeah. My ex used to like that show too. I don't get it.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. That wasn't for me.
I was watching.
Some cooking shows. Oh my god.
I've been watching some of these cooking shows too, man, and they kind of fire on the Food Network. Kind of fire, man.
Y'all get Chopped up there?
Yeah. I've been watching Chopped.
I love Chopped.
Question. Well, not really a question, but I was watching that show on Netflix, Dahmer. Oh my god! If you guys aren't watching that, check it out, man. Check it
God,
out.
Jeffrey
It
Dahmer
is.
used to eat people.
Yes, yes, yes. Remember, like they did the OJ thing,
Yeah.
like how OJ with Cuba Gooding, they do the same thing, but it's um Quicksilver from X-Men movie. He's playing Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Whew, he's creepy as fucking that. But there's a lot of things in there that the three of us in here expect. Well, I know I didn't. I fast forward a few of the things, just to let you know. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see no freaky deaky shit. No.
Yeah. There's a few things that are cringe where you have to be like, okay, no, I'm not watching that.
Like Brokeback Mountain and shit.
It gets there. It gets there. Like there's literally one scene where it's like 2 minutes and the man lying in the bed playing with himself, and I'm just like, okay, no, I don't need to watch this. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. So it really goes deep into his story. Matt said, true crimes and creepy pastas are a great to fall asleep to.
What the hell is
Inter-
creepypastas?
I have no idea. Lady Deadpool is in the house. Sagi, you're in time. Perfect timing.
Lady
How you
Deadpool.
doing?
Nice.
Good. I just did a quick stream talking about Coolio, so that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
rest in peace to Coolio. And I have to say, like, I didn't really like his music, to be honest with you.
He only had that one hit. Gangsta
Yeah,
Paradise.
Gangsta Paradise.
He had other hits, but no. So he had
name them.
He had
Name
1, 2, 3. That
What's
one
that?
was a hit. That was number 3 on the charts for a little bit.
Was it?
3.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's been a while, but I have heard of it. I heard that song. It's been a while, but I mean, Gangsta's Paradise was still very iconic. And he did the Kenan and Kel song. He did the song opening for Kenan and Kel when that show came out. That was a banger too, even though it was for a kids show. That was a good song.
That was on.
Oh, Fantastic Journey. He said, yeah, he did do Fantastic Journey. That's right. Hey, Shifty. Surprise. Shifty knows some Coolio songs more than the black people on the panel. Huh. Interesting.
You know what's crazy though? Do you know what's crazy though is that when Coolio with the announcement of Coolio's passing, it made me just realize like how much rap was like really just amazing in the 90s and early 2000s, like how artists, like we had some really amazing talent, and even Coolio was talented with Gangsta's Paradise, and it's like damn, like rap music now is just ass.
Facts. 100%. Me and Danny were doing a show at one point where we were playing some ass. It was like some of these songs are like, yo, that is trash, man.
Tell you, Drake,
like I can enjoy some. I can enjoy some of the music now. I can enjoy some of it, but like compared to like the 90s, like after I played Gangsta's Paradise as my intro. The whole song, I was like, fuck the copyright, fuck the strike, I don't care. I played it, and as I'm listening to it, I was like, God damn, we had some good ass music. We were privileged back then. We had some great talent back then. What the hell's going on now?
We had lyrics, we had beats, we had everything.
There's a group now called Coast Contra.
Oh, those guys are sick.
Yeah.
Remember I introduced that shit here, Nzo?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the artists like danced in their music videos? Like Missy Elliott had dance segments in her rap videos. Stuff. They don't do that shit no more. There's no dancing really aside from like twerking and shit. I'm like, what happened?
They got one hook and they'll say the same stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right.
It's horrible.
Crazy.
But hold on, Danny. You say you don't like no Drake? That what you said?
That's the thing we did it on Drake. But he's like doing like in a leotard or something.
Oh yeah, that song was horrible. Yeah, that was horrible.
Drake is awful.
Drake does. Drake. That song.
Listen,
he has a few.
Listen.
Few
When your first song that really put you on that map was started from the bottom, now I'm here, and we're like, bitch, you started on a show called Degrassi when you got shot and spent most of the season
that's
in a goddamn wheelchair.
I feel you.
Yeah.
You came from Canada, homie. You had a pool in your backyard. Talk about started from the bottom. Now we're here. Bro.
And his family was pretty well off too, as well, right? But
right.
He has a song with Rihanna. I think it's fucking fire though. I love that fucking song he has with Rihanna though.
That what he talking about?
Too good.
You used to call me on the cell phone. Oh my
No, I
that's
hate.
too cheesy.
I hated
No,
that
Danny,
one. I
Danny,
hated that one.
you used to call me on your cell phone.
yeah. I know when the highlight blink.
No,
this
this one I like. I won't play the whole thing, but this one I like.
Rap. That's not rap.
I think Rihanna kills it though. When Rihanna comes in, I think she kills it.
But it's not rap.
He's singing
R&B, right?
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. It's not rap.
Yeah,
If he came in with R&B, I'd give him a pass. Be like, all right, but he came in and trying to be a rapper, talking about "Sorry from Bomb." Now him like, honey, that's not you. Rappers. We're singing. We're rapping to get out the hood.
What do you call Ja Rule? Is he a rapper? Because he used to sing all his lyrics.
Well, that's why he got cloud, because he went from doing it. Well, that's the reason why he got cloud.
I don't know why he got cloud. He and Nzo did some recent verses. And
this one here?
Ja Rule has a hit.
Yeah, that one's good.
This tune is fire, yo. This tune is fire.
That one's good. Yeah, that one's good.
Right.
But to Danny's point, we watched the verses with Ja Rule, and after watching that verses, I was like, yo, Ja Rule has some fucking hits, man.
Yeah, of
he
course.
killed
it. Of course.
Right. But that's the thing. That's the reason why he got that's the reason why he got clowned, is because he went from being a hardballer rapper to singing to rapping and singing to the girls, but then he tried to act hard and come for other rappers, and they're like, homie, you can't be acting hard when you're doing love ballads with bitches. Like, I'm sorry, that was the whole thing.
You know why he did that? Because they pay more money. Chris Brown originally came out as a rap artist, but he figured out, he said, oh shit, the rap artists ain't getting paid more than these singers. So that's why Chris Brown changed.
And to be honest with you, even though Ja Rule did that route, he came out with Clapback for 50 Cent, and that song is fucking lit. That's one of my favorite songs from him.
Yeah, you know what
Clapback,
50 Cent did? You know what 50 Cent did? Clapback. He bought out all his seats in the front row.
His front row seats to his concert. So that when he did the concert, no one would show up.
Yo, 50 Cent is the biggest real life troll, bro. I wish I had money to troll people like that.
That's fucked up.
He raps.
I think 50 Cent was good mainly because he had backing from friggin' Dr. Dre and Eminem. Let's be real. That's why.
50 Cent got some tunes, man. He got some tunes. I don't think he's the greatest or anything, but he got some tracks.
Too slow.
But that's the thing. But no, Nzo, he's got beats and he's got hooks. But as far as his rap, like Danny said, it's slow. It's like he was more like, I would consider that like pop rap. If it's a thing, that's pop rap, because he was not no Eminem, he was not no Dr. Dre. He got signed because he was a big ass brother who had abs, and he had decent hooks, ideas for hooks, catchy tunes.
I kind of disagree with that.
Club, that shit got that beat is hard.
But you see, that's the thing. You guys got to listen to the stuff that didn't hit. Right, not the commercial stuff, like the real underground hardcore stuff. He has a lot of that. It's really good. Especially some of the stuff he did with G Unit, G'd Up, and all of that. It's fire.
G Unit.
And the song he did with the Game, Hate It or Love It, that shit is fire.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to
I don't like that song.
What?
I don't like that song.
Man,
I don't like it.
He needs to change it from G Unit to Bankrupt.
50 ain't bankrupt. 50 ain't bankrupt.
He filed for bankruptcy.
I heard he did, but I don't think he's bankrupt because he has power.
That shit for vitamin water.
He had the vitamin water. He had power.
Vitamin water for like $1 gazillion.
But he did apply for bankruptcy. I did hear that.
Nah,
I
he
didn't
did,
hear
but
that.
he wasn't bankrupt. He just filed for it. I know how the game is. He just filed.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. You know
I didn't
what
mean to
they do.
derail with music talk. I was just shocked because I was sitting there watching your stream. And I was like, wait a minute, I'll be right back. And I checked Twitter, and the first thing I saw is "Cool, rest in peace, Cooley." I was like, no, and I
How did he
immediately
die?
bumped Casey. So
don't say it.
they said it was cardiac arrest. They said they don't have foul play, but they are doing a toxicology report. I guess he was visiting a friend, and he went to the bathroom, and he was in the bathroom for a while. So his friend started calling for him, and then eventually his friend checked on him. He was on the ground. So yeah, they're saying it was cardiac arrest.
Hey man, we losing a lot of people, man. When you get older now and you just start seeing these people drop like flies, that's when you really start to think about your mortality yourself, man. You know what I mean? It's like fuck.
Now let's get off this sad subject. I'm to another
Yeah.
talent that can't rap is Master P. Oh, I hate all this shit.
I hate Master P too. I think he's crazy. Nah.
Now I like
Master P.
Now Mystical was the best one out of that group. But
Oh my
Master
God.
P,
Danger.
Mystical was fire, but Master P was garbage.
Dude, oh my God, what's the other one? Oh my God, I can't even think of his name.
Silk
Oh
the
my
Shocker.
freaking God. Give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away. That one, oh my God, I can't think of his name now.
No rapper.
No. What that he did it with No. He did that song with he did that intro and it was a rap. Oh my God, what the fuck? I can't even think of him. He did it with Chris Brown, the one where he raps really fast. Oh my God, I can't think of his fucking name.
You talking Twister?
No. He did that song with Chris Brown where he fucking had the most fire lyrics ever. And then we all like, damn, we slept on him for a while. Oh, what was it?
Silk the Shocker?
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up now.
Master P was a beast. No, he wasn't. He was garbage. But while she looks for that, we can get into the final topic of the night, which is here. And the final topic of the night is giving the N-word pass to your friends that are not our color.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta. Oh yeah, Busta.
Yeah, he did that song. Here we go now.
Oh yeah.
Busta Rhymes is the most nastiest, fastest. Like he's a very fast rapper. That man, woohoo! That flow when he did that track with Chris Brown. I'm just sitting there like, what did he just do? He just broke my brain.
Yo, you should see. There's a video. I'll see if I can find it before we close. Where there's a couple of guys rapping that verse. Right, one guy tries it and he sucks. Then the other guy comes in and he gets it down. To even Busta sitting there, he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you got it."
Yeah, there's a white girl that can do that shit too. She was on Ellen. I mean,
oh yeah,
when she did that.
I'm like, what the fuck? How does she move her tongue and mouth?
I've tried to do that verse, but I can't do it. I'm not fast enough.
Nope.
Yeah. So the topic was giving, your friends the N-word pass. The reason why I'm bringing it up, and we talked about this before in the show, but Saigi was like, "Oh, I'm waking up with violence today," and I was like, "All right, let's get it." Right. So her topic was about getting mad at white people for saying the N-word. Why can't they say it? So Roberto, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm starting that off.
You've been quiet for a minute, so yeah, go ahead.
Well, we had this conversation before. You know how I feel about it. I just don't think if we want equality, then that word cannot exist because it's not. It'll always be a battle. Why could we say it and they can't? It'll always come down to that. Now, if it wasn't in music per se, if it wasn't in a stream where they have access to it and they're financially having access to it, and then we're telling them how they're going to listen to something they paid money for, there's just too much conflict in the word.
Let me answer this real quick.
That's just my outlook on it.
I'll answer this real quick. It's Twister. Twister's faster than Busta. But Saigi, your thoughts?
I mean, the reason why I asked is because I seen a few streams where there were a couple not black people say the word, and I was actually on a stream with people watching that stream, and the reaction they had was interesting because I was just like, did he say that on a stream? And I wasn't even mad that he said the word. I just was like, were you stupid enough to be white and say that on a live stream like that? And then I thought to myself, like, we have this talk all the time, but like, I really wanted to see what people would respond with as far as that question. And the first two people were you and Uche, which was interesting because I wanted to see what, I mean, I already knew what you were going to say, Anzo, but I wanted to see like what other people of color and people of not color were going to react. And it was actually interesting because it was like mixed, there were a lot of, obviously, from our side of that argument, like, hell no, you can't say that. Then there was some people who are not black also saying, yeah, no, we can't say that. But then you have people saying like, no, you do have a point. And I'm like, but why do I have a point? But I thought my whole thing is like, I think that in this generation, the way that we use the word, it seems like the way we say it in our music, the way we talk, we say it in the movies and things like that. I feel like when it comes to people not black saying it, the misconception is they're racist because they said it. And I think that's actually not the truth. I think I got confused. Okay. I think what it is like, it's more like they idolize the culture. Like it's like they like the culture when, especially the music. Like the music is one thing I will never understand why people get mad at white people or people not black singing the lyrics we ourselves put in the music and enjoying it. It's not like they're saying it because they're being disrespectful. They're saying it because in the heat of the moment, that song is making them feel it. They're into it. They're like, yeah, I love these lyrics. And sometimes, like I said, because let's be real, we all know without a doubt, most white people are rapping those lyrics in entirety with the N-word and all in their cars when they're by themselves. Big difference between going up to a black person and just dropping that word. So to me, I feel like Roberto said, that word either has to be stopped being used entirely, or I think maybe let's stop getting mad at white people for singing songs and trying to cancel them because they're enjoying the music that we put out. And I think that's where I'm at, is I think it's kind of stupid for people of color to be mad, especially artists. That's the thing that pissed me off too. Like, you put that in your song and you're mad that a white person who bought your fucking album, who bought the tickets to see you live, is wanting to sing your lyrics because they appreciate and respect and enjoy your music. That stuff bothers me. Okay, I'm done.
Danny, your thoughts?
Well said.
No, you made some good points, and we'll get into that too. You made some good points, but I want to hear what Danny has to say. Danny.
I don't think the word is ever going to stop being used. I think that in our community, whether you don't want to admit it or not, it's used more as a term of endearment. I'm not saying that's right or correct. I'm saying it just is. And just because somebody says something doesn't necessarily mean they have to. Just because you can say something doesn't necessarily make it true or so. And I give you an example. You can read all the kind of doctor books you want to and know medicine backwards and forward, but until you take that test, you're not a doctor. You can you can know the law backwards and forward and every kind of stuff, but until you take the bar, you're not a lawyer. So you can say the N-word all you want to, but if you're not black, then you don't really know what that really means, because that word has been used for so many years to cause so much pain and used as a word to insult people and to belittle people. But then we as a people took it and flip it and now using it. And now because we flip it to a word that we like or a word that is acceptable, that doesn't mean that you still can do it. I can want to be rich all I want to. But if I look at my bank account and I ain't got the dollars to back it up, I can't call myself a rich man. So yeah, you can say the word all you want to, but there's consequences for saying it if you say it around the wrong people, or if you say it with a certain kind of venom or a certain kind of prejudicial way. Because when somebody says something, the way they say it, you can tell what they mean. Like the perfect thing is like how Bernie Mac said to use the word motherfucker in his skit and use all them different kind of ways. And you can relate to it. And we understood it. We thought it was funny. Black people can say something to other people, other blacks, and it means one thing. But when somebody else says it that's not in that particular community or group, then I'm not saying it's right, but there could be some violence that will ensue no matter how cool you are or if you stay in the community long enough, and you know that this person that's not your color has your back, and y'all been through some shit like on Power. I think Tommy can say it to Ghost. Because them boys, they rock with each other. So it's just a case by case situation. If you ain't rocking, you just want to see it because you think it's cool, and you might get your ass whipped. But if you've been through the fire and then been in the slums and all that kind of shit, and been through those tough times and stuff, and then your brother give you a pass to say it, then I don't have a problem with it. But make sure that you put in the time to say it.
And then when you do say it, like if I were to give like a white friend a pass, I'm giving him the pass. But if we're a bunch of black people in there, you can't assume just because I give you the pass that the other ones will. Yeah. That's where I think there's a misconception
if you're
too.
Cool,
right?
You better say, hey, look, man, it's cool being you one-on-one. We're going to this party here. Don't say that. Don't get comfortable.
Right. And that's literally what I said too. It's like when I talk about the N-word pass, some black people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, you let them say that in front of you? I'm like, yeah, because that's my comfortability. If I know this person isn't using that word in a way to hurt me, then I'm not bothered by it if they say it. They're not saying it in a disrespectful way. But like, you can't assume, like, when people make jokes, oh, I got the N-word pass. And I have white friends be like, hey, Saggy, can I get the N-word pass? I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you the N-word pass. If you got to ask for it, that means you're going to say it in a disrespectful way. So no, you can't have the pass. But if I say, hey, I don't mind, I don't care if you say it because in front of me, and if that's the comfortability of us, that's fine. But like, I do feel like sometimes when it, like Danny said, there is certain context in ways that I feel that sometimes people, because I hate when people say they call people racist for saying the word. I'm like, but they didn't use it in a racist manner. So why are they racist if they didn't say it in a racist manner? Oh, well, they shouldn't say that word at all. I'm like, right. But again, context still matters in every circumstance. Like if a white person said the N-word, right, it slipped. They were singing a song. They didn't censor themselves. Now I'm not going to call them racist because they said the N-word because they were singing a song. But everybody else will. They'll be like, oh, well, that person should have said it. No, you're cool, but they did. And it's not like they were saying it because they were trying to disrespect black people. They sang it in a fucking song. Like, I'm sorry, but sometimes the outrage to me is ridiculous. Because first of all, I know the history behind that word. Trust me, I do. Obviously, I'm a black woman. I know. But at the same time, that's history. We have to look at what's happening now. We have to take in what the fact of how black people are treated now. We have to understand that things have gotten better, not 100%, but it's gotten a lot better. And like, there are a lot more allies than there are enemies. And sometimes when we're labeling our allies racist just because that is so freaking cool, and I'm so jealous.
I love it.
I'm so jealous. I want that. And when we're labeling our allies racist because they might make an ignorant mistake, guess what? Now you're creating more enemies, in my opinion.
Hey, Dandelion, how you doing?
That's on the enunciation, man. Because when we said we put a little bit more oomph behind the A. What's up, my? When they said they use the and that shit.
I'm surprised Nzo has never seen one of my live streams where I've gotten so heated I've literally slipped it.
Yeah,
I've slipped it. I've gotten so. Listen, that's when you know I'm mad. There are two words I say when you know I'm legit mad: is if I say the N-word, right, or if I say the F slur. That's when you know Saggy is legit not happy. That is legit the thing. That's my tell right there.
Okay. So you see, this is the question, and this is the question that I asked earlier. I said we'd get into it, right? I said, okay, so white people, or there's some white people out there that ask the question, why can't we say the word, right? But we never ask, how come we can't say the F word, right? We know that's derogatory towards homosexuals, but we're not running around here saying, hey, I want to say the F word. I want to say it. How come I can't say it, right? So why is it that when it comes to the N word, that they want to say it? And the perp asked that question, and I thought that was a great question to ask. Like, why is it that way? We don't ask to say, derogatory words for white people, Asians, or anything like that. But when it's the N word, it's like, oh, how come we can't say it? And homosexuals, they call themselves that F word all the time, right?
Yeah, but you see, in their defense, they're claiming they're saying it the same way as us. with
Exactly.
the AH, not the ER, right?
Exactly, right? So they can say it, but we're never asking, us straight people and us, we're never asking, how come we can't say it? So why are we getting asked, how come we can't say the N-word?
Oh, I still say that F word. Fuck that. I mean, I'm part of the community, but so I still say, listen, that's why I said, if you know I'm mad, I will say that word, bro. When I'm mad, when I was mad at my man, bro, I call him that word all the time. Why? I said that today. I was like, why you being an F slur? Like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, when I'm mad, I'm mad. But no, I answer that question. I think it's because part of it, I feel like it's because it's something they can't say. And they want to, right? It's like one of those things like you tell them you can't, like a kid, like you can't touch that, but they want to touch it anyways. But I also feel like it's because they want to stop being called racist if they slip it or if they sing in a song. Like, I think that those are the people that, like, I want to say it because I want to be able to be like everyone else. Like, you know, I want to be like y'all. Like, I want to be able to say something without it being perceived as I'm being a racist. I want to say it in the same weird way of endearment that Black people say it to each other. Like, I want to be able to say to my homeboy, what's up, my N-word, without it being a racist term. And I think that's why they want to be able to say it, is because they don't want that word to be associated with racism because they're white. And I mean, I can somewhat understand that mentality because, yeah, we took that word because they were calling us that word with the ER. So we took it and made it our own so it didn't sting as much. And we own that shit. But now you have the white people saying, like, well, why can't we say it? Oh, because y'all already had a word for us, right? That was the word you had for us. So y'all can go back to saying that word, but they don't want to because they're not racist. So that's what I mean. It's a very gray area, which is why I like to talk about it and bring it up in discussion, especially with people of color, right? Because it's a word that we use that others can't. And it's interesting to see everyone's different perspective. Like young, old too. I love, especially older Black folks. I love getting there because they were, you know, we were around when that ER was very actively used towards us. You know, I remember when first time I got called the N-word with the ER.
And that's what I'm saying. I say it's, and I've said this earlier, I said, I think it's generational, right? Because my son's generation, like, he's like, I heard it, let his white friends say it all the time. Like, yeah, let your friend say it. He's like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, you know, because it's just a word. Like, to them, it doesn't mean anything. But a generation removed, which is my generation, it's like, yeah, I understand what that word means because I see my parents' generation go through it. I know what they did. Right now, for me, you don't get a pass. I don't give the pass. I don't. If you ain't Black, if you ain't Black, I don't care if you're Indian, I don't care if you're Spanish, whatever, I don't want you saying the word. Right? My girl, one day we were out there joking, laughing, joking, and she said, nigger, please. And I said, what the fuck did you say to me? She's like, what? She's like, what? You and your son say it. I said, because my son is Black. Don't ever say that. And he's like, well, my other boyfriends used to let me say it. I'm like, I don't care about the other boyfriends.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever fucking say that. Yo, I freaked. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
He's like cardboard.
Yeah, you know, Donnie. It's like all fun and jokes. We laughing, and it went from ha 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 to what the fuck did you just say? Like, no, don't even say that shit.
Hey, Roberto, he's like, hey, Raheem, get a cardboard.
Right. But see, that's the problem too, right? Is that like when you were playing that video earlier of the white dude, you know, saying the N-word and got it smacked up. That's the thing that also is a problem, is that, you know, now that word has become edgy and like white people will push that envelope. I've been on panels. I was on a stream with a friend of mine, and he had this one guy on there, and you could tell he wanted to say it. Like, he kept making like Black jokes and stuff, and where I'm sitting there like, he really wants to say that word. And eventually he did just say that word with the ER. Right. And my friend who hosts the stream, he apologized to me profusely. I was like, listen, I don't care about that word, but I'm going to tell you right now, probably not a smart idea having somebody who is not Black on a panel saying that, because there are a lot of Black people who are going to be mad. And guess what? Now you're going to be labeled a racist because of it. And guess what? He did. And it was the most craziest thing. So I'm like, you got to understand, like, that word now has become edgy comedy. That what you guys were watching, that's edgy comedy. That's based now because you're saying something you know you're not supposed to say. And that's another reason why I'm like, y'all just let them say it. Because at the end of the day, now they want to say it because it's edgy. They think it's funny. I think it's funny to use that word. Now, if I didn't care about it, it's no longer edgy. It's just you just being still, I don't care. And they did it because, like I said, they knew I was a black woman, which is why they also did it. And when I was like, I don't care, it kind of took that sting away. Like everyone was thinking, oh, this black chick on there, she's gonna freak out and stuff. I didn't do shit. I just laughed it off, like, you know. And I was like, why? I was like, oh my God, why would you say that? And I was like, why'd you say it on the stream? You know, YouTube doesn't like that. And when they realized I didn't care or wasn't giving them the reaction they wanted, the joke was over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why it's like very weird because now we become a mockery. That word has become a mockery. We are the joke now because when they see a black person, they're like, oh, I'm a say something I can't say to a black person. Watch how they react. Then what happened? Now, see, I think that dude deserved to get smacked like that and have his head bleeding. But now, what did that do? What did that do overall in hindsight? Now that dude's joke was funny. He achieved his goal. He wanted to piss off a black person. He succeeded. That was the point. And that's why I say, for me personally, that's why I don't react, because that's what I know these motherfuckers want. Like, whether they're racist or not, they might not be racist. They're just doing it to get a reaction for clicks or whatever. I'm not going to give you one because that's what the fuck you want. And the moment we start taking that power away from them, just like we took that power away from them by taking that nigga word, right? And I said it, right? Take that power away. That's what I do to people like that. I take their power away because that's what they want from us.
What do you think, Roberto?
I have to agree.
All right. I agree too. I've said that many times. I think we personally,
He-Man, because they got the power.
They do have the power, Donnie. Damn right.
That, I'm gonna get upset.
Right. But I also think that we as a people, we got to stop saying it too. Like I've said that many times. I think we should stop putting it in our music and we should stop doing it this and that. But then I also get the other side of the story where, like I said, you know, other communities can call themselves derogatory names. Nobody's asking to say the words. No one's saying, oh, why can't I say it? And why can't I say this? And then Saigo's like, well, maybe they want to show their terms of endearments, but there's other ways that they could show that without, you know, you hanging with me already, right? You my boy, right? I don't need
because you know what they see it. They see
N-word.
it as cool, Anzo. They see it as cool because we use it in a cool way. We don't use it in a nerdy way or bashful way. It's what's up, man? You know, we use it with authority. You know, like and the guy receiving it accepts it the same way. So if someone's, because you see, I used to have a Jewish friend who used to say it all the time, and for me to have to, we used to say it to each other. Because we took it as you're my homie, right? And then I had to tell him, well, listen, there's been some changes. You know, you can't say that shit anymore. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you know, if you say it, I might act differently if certain people are around, you know, like. And then I use kind of like what Anzo's saying. There's derogatory terms that I could maybe make sound cool and use with you. You know what I mean? That will be offensive no matter how I switch it up. So do you see what I'm coming with now? And he kind of saw it. How often do you see me using this word?
Not a lot.
You know, I remember Rockman. He reminds me of down South American because he's a real Scotian, right? And I used it on him thinking that, you know, he'd be cool with it. He'd be like, don't call me that word. I was like, what? Who am I talking to? I said, let me try it again. I said it again. He's like, man, I told you don't call me that word. And I go, man, this guy's really offended by it. I said, I think I'll try it one more time. And sure enough, he said, listen, bro, out of respect, don't call me that word no more, man. And I said, you know what? I respect that. But shit, I never really thought to ask him, why are you so offended all of a sudden when I call you that?
I think for me, I was ingrained because I remember my dad used to, and when we were young, we used to say it, you know that, right? We were not different than the generation coming up. I still didn't let my wife friends say it, but we would say it. And one day I think I was in the house and I said the word and my dad was like, no, never say that word around me. And I was like, what? He's like, but that I don't give a. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Do not ever say that word around me again. And I never said that word around my dad again. Because like I said, generations, they, especially his generation, like that was beating, that was like whipping, that was like, you know what I mean, holding people back and shit from doing what they wanted to do because of the color of their skin, so it ended up being different when my generation came around. And then my kids' generation, it's like they don't even care, like nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I hear them on the fucking PlayStation all the time. Nigga.
Oh, dude, them kids say it all the time with the hard R,
they do.
Dude. I can't. I can't. You know what's crazy? So I saw Elite Black Media's comment. It says like if you white person says it, they have no respect for you. Now see, this is a true story, and it's gonna really sound like people are gonna get mad, but I don't care. So I used to be in a Discord server that was edgy, right? That's how I know about the edgy side of the communities, where they say messed up stuff because it's edgy. Now, these guys, for the most part, they said the N-word with the hard ER, right? And I was just there, didn't really care, right? So I was one of the cool Black people, right? That didn't care, right? So there was a blood sport in a voice call one time, and this kid literally called me the N-word with the hard ER. I meant that shit. Like my ancestors were rolling in their graves when that shit came out that dude's mouth. He literally said I was a lying effing N-word with the ER, right? And those same dudes, the other dudes that were cool with me and said that word too, they went at his ass. They said, nah, bro. And they're like, well, you guys say, I'm like, yeah, but when we're saying it, we're not meaning it. You meant that shit. That was what you said was racist. When we say that shit, it's just a fucking word. We say it because we know we can't, and it's a fucking edgy Discord server. You said that shit to her, and you meant that shit. Fuck you. Like, they were pissed. They went in on that dude. And that dude was so dumbfounded. So I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Maybe some white people don't respect that. But there are some white people who will say that word just to be edgy. But when it comes to actual real racist, they don't fuck with that shit. And even it comes off as hypocritical and contradicting, sure. But like they showed me that they really weren't racist. Because like at first I thought they were. I was like, these guys really hate Black people. They're like, no, we don't hate Black people. That word is just something we say to piss off people because we know we can't say it. But when somebody said it to me and meant it with his fucking heart. He said that shit so hard, bro. I'm telling you, like, I felt that racism come out. And those dudes, they were not having it. They fucking stood up for me. They said, you can't say that shit to her, bro. Oh, well, you guys say it to her all the time. Yes, but she's our friend and we're fucking joking with her. You meant that shit. You said that shit out of anger. You're a fucking real racist piece of shit. So, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah. And I say this, if you want to give your friends the pass, that's your prerogative. You can do that 100%. I'm not going to be like, I can't believe you're letting them. That's up to you. If the word doesn't bother you, then it don't bother you. That's fine, right? It's all about individual, right? How people individually feel about it. I'm not giving the pass, right? But I'm not going to sit here and say someone's this or that because they do. That's just.
But if you don't educate your friend and your friend says it in the wrong fucking area and gets stomped, you don't think he's going to be pissed and say, yo, bro, why didn't you tell me?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. You have to educate your friend.
You see what I'm saying? So if you have to educate him, then the word has to be squashed altogether.
Oh, I agree with that.
That's what I'm trying to say, Nzo.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
I mean, I disagree with that because I feel like we need to educate people. That's the problem that I have with people.
By educating them, you know what we're saying, Saggy? That you can only say it when I allow it. Because when we're out in public, don't allow it.
No. I say I'm comfortable with it, but other Black people might not be. So probably smart not to say that in front of people who aren't comfortable with it. Like, that's what I say. I say that because that's the truth. Like, I don't say, oh, no, I have control of when and where you can say it. It's like, no, you can say it around me because I'm fine with it. But keep in mind, you can't go walk up to a random motherfucking Black dude and say, what up my N-word, and think he's not going to fucking punch you in the mouth. Because first of all, he don't know you from a whole while. And every Black person, I think, has that. Like Nzo said, I'm not comfortable with it. I won't give the pass. But that's something that his friend would communicate with him. Like, yo, can I say it? No, I don't want you to say it. Cool. Now you've communicated. There's a difference. Like when people give the N-word pass, they're thinking, oh, okay, I can say it because I have Black friends. No. That's why I say you have to educate, because that's where ignorance always takes place where you have people on social media, celebrities, always saying some ignorant shit and being labeled racist. Like, we have to stop assuming that somebody is racist because they said something out of ignorance. That's why I try to educate people of color and people of not color and be like, listen, there's a huge difference between somebody hating you for the color of your skin and saying something because they hate you and somebody just saying something because they fucking stupid and don't know better. Because that happens a lot. And then guess what happens? When you label them a racist, guess what? Now they're going to be a racist. Because now they just assume that every black person is just angry and just going to pop off when they made a simple mistake.
I think some of them play dumb. They know exactly what the hell they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell.
Then when you confront them and check them, then that's when they, well, I thought
like that guy who got popped in his head.
Right, because at the end of the video, he was like, "Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong," and that's that's where it comes into me. It's like, okay, yeah, I give you the pass, right? But me, Saggy, you could give the pass, right? But if me and you are chilling and the friend says it, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, I know Saggy's okay with it, but I'm not." So you also have to make sure that, right? You also have to make sure that the friend knows that even if you're with me and around other black people, you better be careful what you say, because there may be one person in that group that does not like it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm on the more of the level with Roberto to where we say, we as black people too, we need to stop putting that in our music. We need to stop saying it, because if we don't stop saying it first, then you're always going to get the, well, they can say it, so why can't I? So I think we have to be an example and stop saying it as well.
See, but that's the thing,
right?
I'm not gonna apologize for my stupid white friend. If you are living in this day and age where you think that just because I'm okay with it, that you can say it to somebody else and use me as a crutch, you are mistaken. I had a boyfriend who said the word jokingly, right? And he knows that I don't care, but he'll say it only around other white people to make them uncomfortable. And because I'm black, so that he gauges that he does it to make he's like me, he likes to make people uncomfortable. So like he'll say it with his white friends and make like black like stereotypical jokes to me, because number one, he knows I don't care, and number two, because he wants to make his white friends uncomfortable about it. But he would never do that in front of other black people. He doesn't do it in front of my black friends. He doesn't do it in front of any other black people. He only does it around me to his white friends to make them feel uncomfortable, and he laughs about it, and they laugh awkwardly. But to me, like I said, I don't mind, because I think it's funny as fuck to make people uncomfortable. But he knows better. He knows not to go and say that shit around like he wouldn't come in the room right now while I see a bunch of see a black man and just be like, what up my N-words. Like, he would never do that because he's fucking smart. But then you have the dumb people who would do some dumb shit like that. Oh, you talking to a bunch of N-words? Like, whoa, bro. And then on top of that, makes me look like a fucking asshole, because I'm like, I got the black people look at me like, you let him talk to you like that? I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well, me and Danny had an experience like that, right? We were on Rob's show, right? And Rob brought you remember that, Danny? Rob friend brought his girl on, and the first thing she said when she seen us, she was like, "Hey, what up, my niggas?" And we were like, "What?" Me? They were like, "What the fuck did she just say?"
No, that don't sound right. No.
You know what I mean? We didn't say anything. We didn't flip out or anything. We were cool. We told Rob afterwards, but we were just like, "Yo, that ain't fucking
he
cool."
Embarrassed her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, he didn't know what to do.
Oh, yeah, right. I would have been mortified. By the way, Elite Black Media, here's the thing. I can give people passes with my comfortability. I'm not giving people passes for y'all's comfortability. That's the thing you need to understand. What I'm comfortable with and what I am tolerant of has nothing to do, no weight or merit on what y'all are comfortable of. Like I said, these things are just discussions, because I think it's important to have and get different perspectives from people in our community to talk. Because that's the problem. That's the one thing I posted on Twitter. Did you see my tweet after that post?
Yeah.
Where I said it's
most
interesting.
People didn't say anything.
Yeah. I said it's interesting when I bring up race, being a black woman, that a lot of people stay fucking silent. They won't touch that topic with a fucking poll. And that's why I say it's a problem, because we don't have that communication. People are uncomfortable with that topic. They shouldn't be uncomfortable with that topic, because if we want to affect change, we need to start by fucking communicating, because that weeds out real racism. You want to know if a white person's really racist? Have that awkward discussion with them. You'll find out real motherfucking quick if that person hates you because of the color of your skin or is low-key racist. I'm telling you, I've done it. I've weeded out racists out of my fucking circles. I was like, oh, no, you really just hate black people. Oh, I'm your token. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
if you don't have those conversations, you don't know.
No, I definitely agree that we have to have conversations 100%. That's why we try to have certain conversations on this show all the time, right? Because you have to have that conversation. But I also
That's why I
agree
was
with
going to
this.
take advantage of something. If you don't mind me cutting in, Nzo.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I've always wanted to know, and I'm going to ask our white commentary people without offending you. Has the word honky ever offended you? I know. I used to call my friends honky to get back at them when they used to use the N word, and they'd laugh. Like, "Is that the best
Right.
you got?" Like, well,
Yo,
what is that, honky?
White people have the worst
talking,
slurs that
Roberto.
don't even do shit. I'm sorry, but Roberto, I
At
have
all.
to laugh.
It does nothing. It does nothing.
Yeah, I've
What
heard
are we
that.
going to call you? Vanilla Ice? What are we going to call you?
There's honky and cracker.
Cracker. That's another one. Well, what I don't understand.
But that's what I'm saying. They don't have. That's the thing that's so funny, and it kind of low key pisses me off. It's like white people don't even get offended by the friggin' racist shit we say to them at all. Like they don't.
You know what
So
I mean?
like that's why I just attack their gender.
I don't know why.
I just attack their gender.
I've heard that one too.
I was like, you got a small dick. Shut up.
Bunch of Peckerwoods.
Peckerwood, yeah. But again, does that offend a woman?
No.
That N-word offends all of us.
Find out, now, what offends a white woman? You call them that C word?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
You got that trump card.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but man.
Oh, that's my favorite word. I love that word. That word's amazing. That word hits, man.
Look, you got the white people in the chat saying nope. Nope. You're right, because they don't care. You know what I mean? They sit there and say, hey, you fucking honky.
Look what Andrea said. That's the best one down. That's what I always used to say.
Honky is just an awkward word to use. Yeah, and it's funny here. Yeah, that's right. You call a white person honky.
Where did the term honky even like come from? Like, who was like, who looked at a white person was like, you're a honky? It was like, wait, what? Like,
the 70s thing, I think. I don't know where it came from.
George Jefferson made it funny. That's what he called
it. Threw it in a show or a movie, and we just said, hey, let's run with that.
It's just a weird word. And I'm like, who looked at a white person was like, fuck you, honky? And you're just like,
it was so weird. What? You felt awkward using it. It's like, fuck, I can't even use it. It just has no fucking clout. Has no fucking, you know?
Right. Even cracker is like, okay, crackers are fucking delicious.
You know what I mean? JJ had a joke, right? Because I used to always say, always bet on black, or was it? Yeah, something like that. And JJ said, well, you know, everything tastes better on a cracker, right? So that was his joke for it. And I'm just like, yeah, but no one gets offended about calling a white person a cracker. Like, fuck, why does that offend? You know? But I think this is exactly what Dandelion said. The offensive is partly a power dynamic thing, and that's exactly what it is, right? It was used to keep us down.
Out a racist, you know? You cracker. Like you're a racist.
They don't give a shit. Racism equals prejudice plus power. Prejudice equals hatred through prejudice. Yeah, I agree.
I have never called a white person a honky or a cracker in my life because I just knew it didn't hit as hard.
I have. I won't lie. I have.
I haven't because I know it doesn't. In
the South, they call them buckers. I don't know where the hell they get that from.
What?
Buckers.
Like Buckers? Buckers.
That's correct.
Oh, Dr. Supreme, thank you for the history lesson. I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Dandelion said, "Isn't it today's JJ's birthday?" I don't know. I don't know.
It is.
It is. Oh
shit.
yeah.
Happy birthday, JJ.
Oh shit. Happy birthday, JJ. Rest in peace, brother. Man, we miss
I'm representing you, brother, because it's Roberto now. I'm keeping the tradition.
Yeah, we miss you, JJ, man. So hope everything's good, man. Honky originates from slavery of white men honking their honks when they pull up brothels. Okay. Honky was banned by 2K for a while, making it difficult to search for Honky Tonk Man creator wrestlers in the. Oh, really? But they're banning Honky for what though? Like,
and they don't ban.
That ain't offensive to nobody.
Ban the N-word.
And you see, that's another issue that I have, which I brought up earlier, Saggy. That I could go on Facebook.
Negative power.
Right. I could go on Facebook, I could go on Twitter and all those search engines, and I can type the N word and nothing happens. But the minute I type the F word or anything else, I get banned. That's a double
Well,
standard. You know what I mean?
so the which N word are we talking about? The A?
No.
Yeah, I did with the A and I did with the ER.
Okay, so the N word with the A doesn't get you in trouble anymore because Twitter used to like suspend and ban accounts of black people who said the N word, and they got mad. They're like, "How are you gonna censor our fucking word?" So even Twitch put out a statement saying the word with ER is not acceptable on our platform. It is, any word used to hurt people and spread hate is not allowed. But that word is the N word with the A is allowed, because when they started banning people for saying that, black people got mad about it. It was like, why are you suspending black people for using their word? Then Twitter had to change the terms of services so you can say it with the A on social media, because if they ban people who are black saying it, they're gonna get called out for it, which is why they don't do it anymore. They won't ban you for saying the A. The ER still will get you banned, but if you say, sometimes on Twitter's very fucking, for some reason, very finicky with that word. But yeah, that's why the A won't get you suspended. You can say it even on YouTube. Like, that's why they allow it on YouTube as well. With the music artist saying it in the lyrics, they allow the N word. I looked into it, actually. I did. That's a thing. That black people were pissed when they started getting suspended on Twitter for saying the word.
Yeah, I feel you. I just think, me personally, I think like we should be more conscious of the history of the word and take it to where we're not saying it anymore. That's
Remember,
my
they
opinion.
twisted it to be offensive. The true meaning of the word is king.
Yeah. Go listen to KRS-One's real like breakdown, and I should do a video on that. The real breakdown of the word
it's Niger,
nigger,
not nigger.
Yeah,
It's
Niger. Yeah. Spelled
know
with
what's-
one R.
You know
and
what?
they turned it around because the word had power and they wanted to diffuse it, so they gave it a negative meaning, making it nigger, poor,
Exactly.
cotton picker.
Mm-hmm. You were saying, Sagi? Final thoughts before we close it up, guys?
I was gonna say the best song I heard, like, because we were talking about music earlier, but Childish Gambino's "Bonfire" song, that song is fire. One of the lines, one of the lines in that song, what was it? It was like he basically said it. What was it? He says, "I say nigga with the hard R." And I heard that lyric and I was like, whoa, he went ham on that track. That's a good track. If you haven't heard Bonfire by Childish Gambino, he goes in on that song.
Actually, I never heard it, but I will definitely check it out.
You know who Childish Gambino is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Donald
Glover.
Yeah, Donald Glover. That's
Danny Glover's son.
That's really his son?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I wasn't sure. I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. Interesting. Elitist Black Media said, I don't know Africans had a racial slur for Black Americans until like a couple months ago. They called us Akatas or whatever that is.
Adults?
Well, you see the thing with Africans, to be honest with you, some Haitians too, because I remember when the Haitians in the building me and Roberto lived on, when they first came down, they did not consider us Black, right? I was just as Black as they are, but because we weren't from like, well, at least to them, Roberto was, but they didn't know that. But because we weren't from like an island or something like that, they did not consider us Black. They did not. It took a long time before those kids actually said we're Black.
Corrected. They're not.
Oh, they're not? Okay. I wasn't sure. LOL, their word. See, this is why it's ridiculous. Why do Blacks own a word, whether it's A or R? Good point. Good point on that one.
Freddie, you don't get the pass.
We don't want to.
Take your pass.
Donald Glover isn't Danny Glover's son. His dad is Donald Glover Sr. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, man, it was a great show. Thank you, Sagi, for coming up and giving us your perspective. Always a pleasure to have you here. Shout out your channel so the people them can know where to find you if they don't already, which I'm
Big
sure
D, always respect, always.
They call me Saggy Melons with the hard Z, okay? You guys get the Z word pass. Yeah, no, that's just what I do. Saggy Melons on the YouTubes, and check out my OnlyFans since I have one now. Woo! I had to plug my OnlyFans.
No problem. I seen the you're on the hub now. You're like, okay, good. More exposure.
Yo, I sent my
Yeah.
boys latest to you. Hey, Anzo, do you see?
So send what?
I sent you the Contra's latest
Oh, there's one. Okay, we'll put it up
on
there in a minute
Messenger.
before we go up there.
That's
Saggy's
my
bringing
boy.
the eye candy. Danny,
You know it, mama.
shout out your channel.
I'm Danny AK Comment Chat. You can find me Monday through Wednesdays on the Chaos Central channel. Also, Saturdays, we do a little show called Square One. We talk NFL, NBA, and 3 more shows of the She-Hulk. Thank God. I'm ready for that to be over with.
Thank God. And I just want to say before we go, we got a little segment that we and Roberto call Bashing Popo 101. And basically, just to let you know what, it's very simple to do. You know what I mean? We got a course. We'll explain it in more details, of course, obviously. But all you need to do is go on YouTube, right? You can audit the auditors or whatever, and you will find a lot of videos of cops doing some bad things. You just got to do a video on it, do a stream on it, and trash the shit out of them. That's all you got to do. That's it. That's what Bashing the Popo 101 is about. Roberto, where can they find you?
They can find me here Wednesdays because Saturdays it seems to be like, damn.
and then even when we do it, you don't show up anyway. So
it's tough, man. It's tough. Well, you do what?
Huh?
When you do what?
Square One. When we do Square One, you don't even
That's
show
why
up
I
anyway.
said Saturday seems to be tough.
Yeah, extremely.
You know what?
Yeah, because trying to get, my daughter's birthday, golf, all these things are happening. Then, we have all that snow and then everything's over. So I could say this much. When that snow comes, I'll be there every Saturday, man. I can tell you that, man. Just trying to get my last licks in because COVID made it seem like we had no freedom for a long time, yo.
Mm-hmm. And let me say something new for Rufus. What's up? Long time no see, man. Glad you could say it. Said I think She-Hulk is going to be good tonight. Fingers crossed. Well, yeah, well, I ain't looking forward
I ain't
to
got
that.
no fingers crossed. It won't be watched
Damn,
tonight.
I like you.
Yeah, we know. So
There's no sound.
Kaka. Yeah, I know. I'm putting the sound on now. Let's see what these guys are saying.
That's scenario. Ain't nothing new.
No, that's Contra.
I'm saying that's
yeah, but they're doing the scenario one. Okay, yeah, we've seen this.
Don't want none of that in my area. Milking the game, keeping my circles flowing interior. They inferior, we are superior, moving imperial. Big dog, you not of our glove, different interior. Paint me next, right next to Mona Lisa. She know my eyes, browsing on her features. What's your frame? Ain't nice to meet ya. She's so cheesy, think she want a piece of me. But got time for no drama, no time for the opera. Better watch how you talk to a llama. I put my time in so I can be timeless. Whether record to necklace, it was never about diamonds. If time fly well, God is my pilot. I pray when in private, close my eyelids so I can see more when I'm in silence. Pineal gland, my food for thought. I hope you can dodge it. This isn't candy, please chew before swallow. Here's the motto: this hip hop, come here if you spit raw. There's love on the side, no need to promote war. Coast gon' get backwards that push forth to the culture. Scope us for my Rushmore. I'm just saying the shit they play is that merry-go-round. That same sound they pound into our stereo.
Sorry.
With frequency, frequently
I heard all of them. This guy's just fire, yo.
Hey,
I like
usually I agree with you, but on this one, the last one, Raj killed it.
I don't blame you, Andrea. I do agree with you. I think a lot of them are good on that track, but I like him the best. I think he's
fire.
Yeah, 100%. Good to see y'all. Been a while. I'm back to support. Thank you. Much appreciated. Andrea said he gave up on She-Hulk after the first episode. I don't care for that terrible written show. It is kind of trash. I agree with that. They're just steadily worse, and I don't even watch them. I just watch the reviews.
And we still have a lookout for Flash and Caleb.
Absolutely.
For you two guys.
Like Flash fall off the planet.
Yeah, Caleb
he just disappeared.
Caleb was coming in every now and then Brook, he just disappeared.
Mm-hmm. It happens,
Anybody knows these fellas, tell them to shout out and come and check us, yo.
Facts. I think I ran Caleb off because I told him that we were gonna have him on the show one time.
You got all scared. He's probably all 12 years old.
and then I haven't seen him back since.
I'm beginning to think I ran LB off because he ain't been back on the show since that night.
He came back one night after that, and then after that, I haven't heard from him either. So it's like, oh well, okay, this is what it is. I don't think it was you though, Danny. I don't know. Maybe I did something. Maybe something you didn't agree with. I have no idea.
He
but
was on PB and Zod show 2 nights ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. These guys, they're the original 6, man.
Mm-hmm. And that being said, guys, we will close it up. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Sagi, much appreciated. Danny, thank you for coming in and at least giving us your perspective on that video, man. Much appreciated. Roberto, my co-host, couldn't have done it without you, obviously. And to the people in the chat that came in here, thank you very much. We had close to 20 people in here today watching.
Yeah.
Went up and down. It was good. You know, we just trying to have some fun and give a perspective and, you know, have conversations that I think that are very important for us to have as people of color or anything. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it, man. I enjoy
chess.
Absolutely. So thank you, everybody, once again. Peace.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And like that,